home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live from the beach in Avalon. Hello, everybody. I'm Billy Schweim, along with former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol, Dan Adams, lieutenant of the Avalon Patrol, Erich Wolf, former captain of the Seattle City Beach Patrol, Tommy McCann, and, of course, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, Jack Brooks. And we are here in the beach in Avalon for the 107th edition of the South Jersey Lifeguard Races. And Dan, let me bring you in here. Good to see you, buddy.
Billy, what a great night. What a beautiful night. And the conditions, you know what? We talked about it last week. We'll talk about it this week. This race is anyone's race. You're going to see 5 to 6 competitors in this doubles race. And, you know, the crowd is forming. You know, Avalon put on a great show last year, and here we are back in Avalon this year. We look forward to a great race.
And Lieutenant Dr. Erich Wolf, we're here in Avalon, your home course. And I know you're no stranger to these races. You won 2 singles championships. And let's look at the course. The water tonight, it looks flat. There's a little bump coming in. But is this a fast track tonight?
Billy, this is definitely going to be a fast track tonight. We are going to see who is in shape, especially in the last 2 to 3 minutes of each race. 4 new competitors are going to punch their ticket into history tonight. I can't wait.
And welcome into the broadcast booth, the one and only Jack Brooks, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol. Jack, the conditions are ripe. It's a little overcast today. It's a little cloudy. We had a few spritzes, but a great night for racing.
It is a great night for racing, and that's going to be in the favor of people when they look to finish. They're not finishing into the sunset. It's not a little bit more cloudy tonight. That's going to help. The other is it is a flat race course. This is going to be a real bull. Whoever's the fastest, whoever's the strongest, has a really good chance tonight.
Now, last week in the Margate Memorials, we saw a pretty good race in the swim between 3 people. Schreiner from Atlantic City. You had Hanway from Avalon, who passed
Logan
Manning from Upper Township.
I would think tonight they're going to be just as close, if not closer. It is going to be a sprint to the end, and they know each other's game at this point in time in the season. There's going to be a little bit of trickery, a little bit of miscue, but they're going to have a flat-out race tonight.
And, Eric, you got us right up in front. We're here in the middle of the course. Is the tide coming up? What's the tide doing?
The tide is mid-tide right now coming up. It will be high at 10:49 this evening, so the tide will be incoming for the entire duration of the race tonight.
So it looks like maybe when we finish this race, we'll be wet.
I hope not.
And Dan Adams, we talked about this before the beginning of the broadcast. We've been doing this since 2016, 2017.
Yeah, it was 2017. We did the first live broadcast from Longport. And, we had some great people to help us out. And what a thing to start and to sit here and 10 years later.
It's just how big it's gotten, right?
It has.
Dan, I don't want to make you cry on the air, but hey, Jack and Eric, you won your first championship as the chief of the Longport Beach Patrol. And the conditions were a lot different than it is tonight. But talk to us and talk to our listeners about how emotional it can get when you win a race like this magnitude.
I'm getting chills sitting here thinking about it. But,
trying to make him cry, Eric.
It was a totally different night for conditions. And, Mike and Sean started off the night. They finished second, I believe, to Graves and Gowdy, who won for probably the 3rd time or something to that nature. But it was a really close race. They rode well. Our swimmer, John Tepper, got out of the water 5th. And he ended up sprinting because it ended up being like a 150-yard sprint down the beach. The swimmers ended up finishing down toward the pier, and they had to run down the beach, and he ended up finishing 3rd. So then it came down to Mike McGrath had to beat Gowdy in the singles, and Mike McGrath ended up winning the singles. And I still remember him pointing up to his dad and saying, and I said it that night, and I'll say it now, there's no doubt Mike McGrath was sitting in the stern of that boat, and he was guiding that boat to shore. And you know what? I'm gonna go into something else real quick. It's something real positive. Dr. Erich Wolf sitting here, Lieutenant Wolf from Avalon. and Mike McGrath are both going to be inducted into the
congratulations.
Viking Rowing Hall of Fame. They
Congratulations.
both got nominated for this year, and they're both getting inducted.
I'm so glad to see that brought back because that is such a great crew house. It is a beautiful, beautiful building. Last year they re-inducted a lot of people, brought it back, and congratulations. It is really an honor to be able to be one of the best in South Jersey, and that's the recognition that you get.
Thank you, Jack.
Well, Eric, expound on that, will you, a little bit? Because you've been in these races. You know what it's all about.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know about the competition. You know about all the work, the hard work that goes into it. This is the granddaddy of them all, and this is the one you want to win. And this one, not that the other ones don't count. It's the build-up to the granddaddy of them all. So what's it like to win this race?
Well, you're exactly right. This is the race that you want to win, Billy. People forget who won the Cape May County race. They forget who won this little race or that little race throughout the summer, but no one on any beach patrol ever forgets who wins this one. It's a very special feeling to win the South Jersey, and I'm very excited to see 4 new competitors get out there tonight and punch their ticket.
And there's a legend that just walked right by us, Ron Kirk from Ocean City, who won numerous.
And Ron was inducted into that Hall of Fame last year, and he was a monster during the years that I rode, competed. He was just a phenomenal guy, and he's a phenomenal athlete as well as a human being.
And also, I want to say thank you to you, Eric, Dr. Erich Wolf, and your brother Matt. Of course, I want to remind our listeners that you lost your father this year. Was a captain or chief of the Avalon Beach Patrol for many years, and you guys have done such a phenomenal job setting up this whole race. This is not easy, and we've got programs, and we've got we're right in the middle of the race. You couldn't ask for more, so thank you so much.
Absolutely, and certainly we have to credit Lieutenant Ian Kaiser. He is the race director tonight. He and his newborn daughter Riley are down there on the beach right now, so Ian will be running this thing tonight, and we're looking forward to having him.
We're here broadcasting the 107th annual race. Are you kidding me, Dan Adams? This is older than one of the oldest races in the country.
Yeah, Billy, and we talked about that last week because how where the Margate Memorial started, but this is 107 years and 107 years of, I'm going to say the word, tradition.
Yeah.
And yes, we added events over time. It started with a doubles race, doubles and swim for many years, and then the singles was added. But it's been a traditional race, and that's what it's all about. And I'm all about keeping tradition and keeping this the same. But we'll see how it plays out. There's a lot of push for changes in the future, and we'll see what happens.
And and Eric, the singles started in 1973. The first winner of the singles was Toby Buttle of Margate, and it has grown from there. And I think the 3 races really, it displays the tools in the tool shed of the guys and gals on the beach patrol, what they use to save lives.
Absolutely.
Swimming, rowing.
Absolutely.
And now we have the paddleboard. We do have jet ski, but by and large, it's those 3 basic tools.
Absolutely. And the doubles tonight will be about 14 to 16 minutes. As Dan alluded to, this is going to be a very fast track tonight, so I would expect it between 14 and 15. The swim will be, again, 14 to 16 minutes. It is a very calm motion tonight. I expect it to be on the lower end of that range, and then the singles will be 4 to 6 minutes. The singles flags look a little bit longer out there tonight, so I would expect maybe it'll be 5 and 5.5 minutes, but those boats are going to be moving out there tonight very quickly.
And Billy, I have to say this, something very important. Eric, can you allude to us, how the singles started in the South Jerseys, and give us a little something about tonight being the singles being named something special here?
Absolutely. So all the way up until 1972, the South Jersey consisted of 2 races, the doubles race and the swim. And my father introduced the motion to the South Jersey Lifeguard Chiefs Association to add the singles row to the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It went back and forth a little bit, and it's my understanding that the motion passed by a single vote, 8-7. And after that first year, everyone agreed it was a phenomenal addition to the South Jersey. My dad's argument to add the singles to the South Jersey was very simple. If we're going to put the boat on the trailer and we're going to do this, why not find out who the best singles rower is too? And it's been in the race ever since.
Well, there's a lot of beautiful people congregating on the beach here in Avalon, New Jersey. If you are in the area, I recommend to come on down, fill your cooler up, come on down. And Jack, as you like to say, this is free entertainment. You can't get any better than this.
The greatest free sporting event in all of New Jersey, and I believe throughout the country. Top athletes, people that have worked at this craft we've alluded to it. Tonight's going to be really a muscle-bound evening. People are really going to go out after it. They know we've seen these other races. And I like the tradition as well. I'm kind of along with Dan. There's been other races when we covered the Wildwood races, the Dutch Hoffmans a few weeks ago. They had 8 races. That was a lot of fun. But I still think the tradition of who's the best in South Jersey has always come down to this. And I probably would have cast the vote for the singles as well, only because it was not that many years later than 73 that I myself was able to row in the South Jerseys as a singles rower. So if it had not been for that, where would I have been?
Right.
Billy, Eric didn't say it, but, he talked about his dad introduced it, but they actually changed the name of the singles row this year. It is the G. Murray Wolf Singles Row. It's the only event in the South Jersey's
that has a name
title that actually has a name to go with it. Go ahead, Jack.
Well, I know he loved this race, the whole South Jerseys. I remember coming down here as a guard to compete because Avalon had won. People may not know this, but the winning Beach Patrol hosts this South Jersey Championship. That's another tradition.
Yes.
It's not like the Wildwood or Margates that are always in Wildwood or Margate. And I think it's a great look at each Beach Patrol.
It sure
Their
is.
Preparedness, the way they set the flags, the way they come, and it is a community. We love to compete against each other in the South Jersey Chiefs Association, but the reality is we're all lifeguards in South Jersey, and there is such a camaraderie helping each other out when these races come. And I know, Murray Wolf loved not only this, the competition. The mayor of Avalon, McCroston, the Avalon Borough, they've all come out and supported this because it's not easy to pull this race off. I know the Beach Patrol has been on it for a year. You win, you got to do it next year. But it doesn't happen without the community behind you. And Avalon is putting on a great show tonight.
All right, we're on the beach here in Avalon for the 107th running of the South Jersey Lifeguard Championship races live from the beach in Avalon, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Also by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle City, with knowledge, expertise, integrity, and dedication since 1939 for sales, rental, or investment opportunities. Call 609-263-7422. And by Manco and Manco Pizza, the first and last name in pizza since 1956, with 3 locations in Ocean City, Summers Point, and Citizens Bank Park. Go online at mancospizza.com. That's Manco's at Manco and Manco. And by famous Dino's Pizza and Subs of Margate, located 8016 Ventnor Avenue in the heart of the Margate Business District since 1964. Eat in or dine out. Call 609-822-6602. Everything on that menu is a hit. Let's go, Margate. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Dan Adams, Erich Wolf, Jack Brooks, and Tom McCann right here on 97.3 ESPN. Saturday morning in the locker room with Billy Schweim. It's producer Nick Earnshaw's last show. Former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick and Aaron Ewing join me in the studio. The Kilowatt Coffee Truck will be at the station to get us caffeinated and activated. Hour 1, we will debut the new song Philly Eagles Fans Anthem. Award-winning producer and composer Charles Wallert will tell us how the song came about. Hour 2, it's the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors and the OCPP Lifeguard Alumni Association. We will have interviews from the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN.
Big prizes, big celebration, and 2 chances to win at Bridgeton Auto Mall. Purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle during August and September for your chance to win $20,000 cash. Or bring your vehicle in for qualifying service and you could win $5,000 cash. Then join us Saturday, October 3rd for our grand prize celebration featuring a barbecue food truck, live DJ, family fun, and the cash drawings beginning at 1 p.m. 808 North Pearl Street, Bridgeton, or visit BridgetonAutomall.com. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete rules and details.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-746-1744. 800-746-1744. 800-746-1744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Bird fans, don't fumble your game day spread. Whether you're hosting a party of 1 or a tailgate of 100, Marcaci Meats in Vineland has got you covered. Load up on quality meats for your next watch party or tailgate and make your game day spread a win before kickoff. Check out their weekly specials at marcacimeats.com or on their Facebook page. And join the Marcaci Meats membership to get sale prices emailed right to you. Marcaci Meats on North Del C Drive in Vineland and online at marcacimeats.com. Your game day lineup starts here.
From the Town Square, New Jersey Info and Weather Network, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dan Zarrow. Here comes the weekend. Tomorrow looks great. Sunday, less great, but not a washout. A stray shower still possible this evening, then clearing skies overnight. Low temperature 69 degrees. Tomorrow, beautiful summer day, mostly sunny and dry, warm and not that humid, high 83. Cloudier and cooler Sunday, high 79. Watch for midday showers. Bigger push of rain likely Sunday night. Get weather 24/7 wherever you are. Download our free mobile app today.
Something good to know from First Bank of Sea Isle City. We have all of today's innovative banking products just like the big banks, but we offer something they can't. A personal community focus. Let's get you started with Bill Pay. You save time when you pay your bills online. It's fast, easy, and convenient. First Bank of Sea Isle City. A community bank that delivers more for you every day. Personal service, today's technology, from the people who truly care. Learn more at firstbankseaisle.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Live 97.3 ESPN's coverage of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, live from the beach in Avalon. It's the 107th edition of this race, and I'm Billy Schweim here with you, with former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol, Dan Adams, current lieutenant of the Avalon Beach Patrol, Erich Wolf, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, Jack Brooks, and former captain of the Sea Isle City Beach Patrol, Tom McCann. Let's bring Tom McCann in, because Tommy, you're a history major, you're a doctor, and you wrote a couple books. And you have your finger on the pulse of the beach patrols from Cape May Point to Brigantine and beyond. And this is one of the longest races in the country.
It's the longest consecutive race in the country that we know about, and I'm pretty sure we're accurate with our information. This has been going on for 107 years. The doubles event is 107 years old. The swim came later, and the singles came later than that. But the doubles event has been going on in South Jersey beaches, Atlantic City, South Carolina Avenue since 1919. So it's a real historic moment. And tonight is a dream for rowers. This is all rowing. There are very few waves out there, so this is going to be a very intense row for the doubles teams. And the doubles teams are spread out from Brigantine to Cape May Point, 15 beach patrols striving to be the best. This is the granddaddy race.
This
of
is
South
the granddaddy
Jersey
of them all. I love it.
The granddad.
And Tommy, you've seen numerous races over the years. Are you amazed at how this has grown?
It's grown immensely. I was at the Margate Memorials when the Wagner brothers were winning 4 in a row as a mascot. I watched those races, and I got the sand in my shoes then, and it hasn't gone out yet. And it's one of the best episodes in South Jersey history. The culture around here is lifeguarding, safety in the water, and then competition.
So, I'm going to add to Tom's thing. The swim actually started in 1938.
There you go.
Is when the swim started in the South Jerseys. And like, Dr. Erich Wolf alluded to, the single started in 1973.
Right.
But I did see there was a couple singles races in the 30s,
right,
individual events, but then it went away. It was like sporadic, and then it went away. So
Billy Howard Sr.
fact.
Yeah, Billy Howard Sr. and Whitey Thomas. They threw a race in there, I guess, to take care of the people. I don't know, but it didn't last.
And Dan, we're getting ready for the race, so we need to talk about the lanes, how you score, all the things that our listeners need to know about this race, because this is the granddaddy of them all, like Tom McCann said.
This is traditional scoring. It's first place down to fifth place, 5 points down to 1 point. So there's no extra points if you win. There's nothing. It's straightforward. And like we said, you always have to try and score in all 3 events to try and win this event. And we were talking about it before the show started. This is anybody's race tonight. There could be, somebody on the outside that's going to come in, or somebody on the inside that's going to come out. So, you never know what's going to happen. Do you want to cover the lanes now and then cover?
We're going to get Dr. Erich Wolf to take that away. All right, Erich, tell us who are the lanes tonight.
The lanes.
And by the way, explain how they pick the lanes.
So the lanes are drawn at random at Beach Patrol headquarters approximately an hour before the race. Each patrol will send up a representative. They will draw the lane, so it's completely done at random. So for the doubles row for the 107th South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, Brigantine City, Joe Seville, Matt Dolan, Atlantic City, Vince Grenice, Nick Gradira, Ventnor, Mike Ricciardi, and Mike McMenamin. Margate, Bob Bechtel, Hayden Smallwood. Longport, Mike McGrath, Sean Duffy. Ocean City, Matt Oves, Jay Stokes. Upper Township, Chase Brown, Ryan Manning. Sea Isle City, Nick Matuch, Nolan McCorso. Avalon, Matt O'Connor, Jack Lam. Stone Harbor, Joe Tortella, Andrew Newman. North Wildwood, Nick Rickey, Sean Schubert. Wildwood, Vince Fitzpatrick Jr., Mike McCarthy. Wildwood Crest, Jake Kaleko, John Steger. Cape May, Mike Fitzpatrick, Andrew Trefishin. Cape May Point, Garrison Swan, Gabe Sirvin.
And Dan Adams, I don't have to tell you the competition is fierce, but we have a couple, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 patrols that we're looking at this tonight. Who do you have? And I know you're going to say
no. We're going to look back. Let's look back at last week in the doubles. Hayden Smallwood and Bach Bechtel won the doubles, followed by Mike McGrath and Sean Duffy from Longport, followed by Nick Adair and Vince Grenice from Atlantic City.
They're probably I would say they've earned themselves.
And not, I wouldn't say a dark horse, but someone who came out was Mike McMenamin and Mike Ricciardi. They weren't even in any of the races prior to last week, and they showed up and they finished 4th. Then you went to the swim, and you had Atlantic City Charlie Schreiner come in first. You had Tim Hanway from Avalon pass Logan Manning from Upper Township to get 2nd. Then you had so Logan Manning got 3rd. You had James Haney from Brigantine got 4th. And these guys, there's 3 of those guys also were in the top 5 in the jerseys last year, as well as 3 of the crews in the doubles. And then you finished it off with what a singles event. You had Mike Fitzpatrick winning, Mike McGrath in 2nd, and Vince Grenice in 3rd.
And you don't have, like Dan said, Dr. Erich Wolf, you don't have to score. You don't have to win every race, but you need to score in every race.
It certainly helps. It's very difficult to win the race overall as a patrol if you do not score points in each event. And Chief Adams, one of the things that I really enjoy about watching the races through the course of the summer and all 6 weeks is to see what crews and what boats and what swimmers show improvement. They hit their stride at the right time of the year. Everything, all that you do with your training all summer is geared toward one thing, being the best you can tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to allude to something that was said last week by Rob Montgomery. He swam through the Margates.
Yeah.
He never,
right.
Tapered, never did that. He tapered for the jerseys.
Yeah.
So we might see a different people tonight here in this swim who maybe swam through the Margates and are tapered this week and ready to go. So, and this is anybody. Looking at this ocean tonight and the conditions, anyone's race.
When we return, we're going to have the start of the 107th South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live on the beach in Avalon, New Jersey, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, this is Josh Hennig. Join me this Saturday, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN, where we will preview the Eagles' first preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens, plus review the highly anticipated Sixers schedule for the upcoming season. Hanging with Hennig on 97.3 ESPN is sponsored by Boulevard Super Liquors, the best selection of beer and spirits at the Jersey Shore, located minutes off Garden State Parkway, exit 25, at the foot of the Ocean City 34th Street Bridge. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy Centers, with over 80 locations around South Jersey, offering best-in-class outpatient physical therapy. Stone Harbor Bar and Grill, with 36 brand new 4K TVs, so you can watch your favorite team play every game. Caesar Sportsbook, where you earn perks on every wager on every sport. Zia Nicola Pizza, the best pizza in Seattle City, located between 42nd and 43rd Streets on the Promenade. That's Hanging with Hennig, Saturdays 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN.
Brand new Kias, $179 a month. $179 at RK. RK Kia of Vineland, New Jersey. Now through Monday, get new 26 Kia K4 LXS, just $179 a month. That's right, $179 for brand new Kia K4s. Even new Sportage LX, just $267 a month. $267 plus 0% financing, 0 for 72 months. At RK Kia of Vineland, save thousands with Labor Day pricing on the entire Kia lineup. Even the all-new 2027 Telluride, plus acres of Kia certified pre-owned, and you get RK coverage, no charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. New Kia K4s, $179 a month. New Sportage, $267 a month. Hurry, now through Monday at RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com. To qualified buyers, plus tax and tag. For details, call 856-641-1111 or MyRKKia.com.
When it comes to your money, it pays to have a financial partner who puts you first. At Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union, you always get friendly, local service from people who know your name and understand your goals. Whether you need a new car, home improvements, or extra cash, check out their low-rate loans designed to help you save. Plus, competitive rates and convenient banking make managing your money easier. Stop by Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union today or visit jerseyshorefcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Saturday morning in the locker room with Billy Schweim and producer Nick Earnshaw's last show. Former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick and Aaron Ewing join me in the studio. The Kilowatt coffee truck will be at the station to get us caffeinated and activated. Hour 1, we will debut the new song Philly Eagles Fans Anthem. Award-winning producer and composer Charles Waller will tell us how the song came about. Hour 2, it's the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors and the OCPP Lifeguard Alumni Association. We will have interviews from the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN. Live from the beach in Avalon for the 107th South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. Live. We're here live on the beach in Avalon, and I'm joined by Dan Adams, Erich Wolf, Jack Brooks, Tom McCann, and we're getting ready for the start of this race. And we're anticipating a nice, clean race. The Caesar Dr. Erich Wolf.
They are, and this is going to be a fast course tonight. It's going to be a quick start. There are hardly any waves to speak of right now on 35th Street Beach in Avalon, so I anticipate every single one of these boats are going to have a nice quick start. They're going to get out there into their cadence and their count very quickly, and then it's off to the races.
Tom, you know what it's like getting ready for one of these races. You got the adrenaline going, don't you?
Oh, yeah, you're all pumped up. And I can tell you, we're going to see some higher strokes in this race.
You know,
this isn't going to be long lay back.
Yeah, and we talked about this last week. We talked about conditioning,
right?
And we talked about being focused and being ready. And this is all about conditioning tonight. This is an all-out pull from the start to the finish, and it's going to have a lot to do with that.
Dan, exactly. I anticipate 6 to 8 boats that are going to be very close to each other at the halfway turn, 3/4 of a mile out. This race is going to be won in the last 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to find out who has the stomach here in the last 50 strokes of this race.
All right, it's an overcast day. It's an overcast evening here. All the boats are at the water's edge as we prepare for the start of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. Dan Adams.
Yeah, so going back to that, Eric, what you just said, you know, so you're basically telling me when they cut inside the singles flag, we're going to have a pretty good idea where it's going to end up and what it's going to be.
We are going to find out who has the stomach, who's in great condition, and who can throw it into that next year, because that's what it's going to take.
They're starting to head out, so here we go.
Here we go. All the boats are in the water's edge. The crews are ready. The oars are in there. They're thaw pins. Tom McCann, and I'm excited. Here we go.
You're pointing your boat. You're looking at those waves, and you're gearing what you're going to do the first 5 strokes. Get those oars in your hand is the most important thing at this point.
There is a bump. There is a little swell. Not much. It is calm.
The start flag is coming from the 32nd Street Pier, so we can see it off to our left to the north.
And, of course, to the north is Upper Township, Sea Isle, Wildwood Crest, Brigantine in front of us, Stone Harbor, Avalon, Wildwood.
Okay,
Wildwood.
Billy, we just had Lane 4 Brigantine just took a wave over their bow. Their lane judge put the paddle down. They're trying to get the boat on the beach. We'll see. We will see if the race officials hold the start up for them, but they got flooded right there.
Just like that. See, anything can happen, Tom McCann.
That's it.
I mean,
you got to point your boat, keep that stern.
It
deep
looks
in
like
the
they're
water.
backing down. Looks like all the boats are backing down, so we might have a little delay on the start here.
Tom, this is the one thing about these races. Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Like, you can't predict what's going to happen.
King Neptune.
There
you go.
Now, Billy, if you look at the beach where we are set up right behind lane 5, lane 6, there is a little bit of a shore break. And what happened was that shore break caught Brigantine at the worst spot, put a little bit of water into their bow. The race officials are going to allow them to get the water out, and then they're going to reline them up.
Eric, I just saw something I never saw before, and I'm going to call it the sponge man or the boat caddy. And I just saw 2 guys with sponges run over to the Avalon boat, and they're sponging the water out of the bow of the boat right now as we speak.
Okay.
I've never seen the sponge guys before operate like this at a race.
And the doubles crew of for Brigantine, Joe Seville and Matt Dolan, while they're preparing the boat. Tom, I want to ask you, Tom, you don't have to be a big muscle-bound guy to row these boats.
No, you don't. But if you're 150 pounds, you can pull 150 pounds worth. That makes the boat move.
That makes the boat move.
If you're 250 pounds, you only pulling 50 pounds. Good night, Irene.
And Dr. Erich Wolf, I don't have to tell you, you won a couple of these races. You know what it takes. So what does it take?
Well, Dr. McCann's 100% correct. People have this idea that to row these boats, you need to be some big, tough guy. And you do need to be tough. But this sport, especially rowing these boats in the ocean, it rewards guys that are in great physical condition.
They're getting ready to go back out. But Eric, let's talk about that real quick, because the newer boats definitely have a factor on this and definitely are going to play into this. And we talked about that each week, and every week we move into it. The boats are definitely going to have a factor on the outcome of this race.
Exactly. And after we start this race, we'll make another point about the boats and the newer light boats.
You're right. Here's the beach break.
Yep, there it is.
You got to keep that bow.
Got to keep that bow up. You're right, Dr. Erich Wolf. There is a really significant beach break.
We have a slope and we have a shore break right off of lane 5. Stone Harbor and Avalon look like they're in the worst of it.
Oh, they got Stone Harbor just got drilled. They better get this race going.
Yep.
They need to
the
start.
flag has not yet been raised. It's coming off the 32nd
Oh, I
Street
see
Pier.
it
They're
down, way
waiting.
down there.
Yep, they're waiting. All right, I think they're going to
There you
start
go.
it here in a second.
All right,
They're going to
go
start
up.
it here in a second.
There we
The
go.
flag is up. The flag is up. Flag is up. And
Down.
we're underway.
And they're off. What a start. North Wildwood, Longport's got a good one. Cape May, Brigantine, Margate. They're all pretty much even there, Dr. Wolf.
It does look to me like Brigantine and Avalon are out first. Longport is out.
Atlantic
Ventnor
City
is out.
Cape May.
Yes, Atlantic City is also
Atlantic
out.
City with Grenice and Gadara,
And-
with Vince Grenice and Nick Gadara.
Upper Township in lane 1 had a good start.
Yeah. Hey, we have some boats in the water they're watching from out at a different angle, different perspective.
Yes, and you can see the police boat is keeping them off of the race course, but that's a great place to watch this race tonight.
Dr. Erich Wolf, you're looking at the program. I just saw your brother's picture. He's taken over for your father. He's done a magnificent job
He has.
with this beach patrol. Talk to us a
Absolutely.
little bit about what Matt has done to carry on the tradition of the Wolves.
Well, he became the chief after my father retired after the summer of 2020, so 2021 was his first summer. He's done a great job with the organization, and certainly we're back-to-back South Jersey champions, so I think that speaks for itself.
All right, 97.3 ESPN's live broadcast of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Races, live from the beach at Avalon, is brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com, or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room, get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. And by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle, with knowledge, expertise, integrity, dedication since 1939. For sales and rental or investments opportunities, call 609-263-7422. And by Manco and Manco Pizza, the first and last name in pizza since 1956 with 3 locations in Ocean City, Summers Point, and Citizens Bank Park. Go online at mancospizza.com. That's Manco and Manco. And by famous Dino's Pizza and Subs of Margate, located at 8016 Ventnor Avenue in the heart of the Margate Business District since 1964. Dine in or take out. Call 609-822-6602. Everything on that menu is a hit. Let's go Margate. And I stopped in the Dino's during the week, Dan Adams, and had myself a nice cheesesteak. I'm telling you, that it's delicious.
You know what? There's nothing better than getting a cheesesteak and sitting right there and eating it right off the grill. It's the best way to have it.
Tim's a great guy. I want to thank him.
You know, it's just a great thing and great sandwich. And you know what? He's a great businessman because he runs a great business, but he gives back to the community and gives back to everyone. Which
Same
is good.
with John McCann, Tom McCann. I want to thank your brother. Because, you know, if it wasn't for the McCann family, the legends that are McCann, you know, with the Beach Patrol report, and we appreciate that.
And Johnny rode in this race.
Yeah, Johnny rode in this, so he knows what it's all about.
He and my brother Chris.
All right, when we return, we'll have some more action for you as we cover the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live from the beach in Avalon right here on 97.3 ESPN. Saturday morning in the locker room with Billy Schweim. It's producer Nick Earnshaw's last show. Former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick and Aaron Ewing join me in the studio. The Kilowatt Coffee truck will be at the station to get us caffeinated and activated. Hour 1, we will debut the new song Philly Eagles Fans Anthem. Award-winning producer and composer Charles Wallert will tell us how the song came about. Hour 2, it's the Beach Patrol report brought to you by McCann Realtors and the OCBP Lifeguard Alumni Association. We will have interviews from the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN.
When it comes to your money, it pays to have a financial partner who puts you first. At Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union, you always get friendly, local service from people who know your name and understand your goals. Whether you need a new car, home improvements, or extra cash, check out their low-rate loans designed to help you save. Plus, competitive rates and convenient banking make managing your money easier. Stop by Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union today or visit jerseyshorefcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-909-4747. That's 800-909-4747. 800-909-4747.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Bird fans, don't fumble your game day spread. Whether you're hosting a party of 1 or a tailgate of 100, Marcacci Meats in Vineland has got you covered. Load up on quality meats for your next watch party or tailgate and make your game day spread a win before kickoff. Check out their weekly specials at marcaccimeats.com or on their Facebook page. And join the Marcacci Meats membership to get sale prices emailed right to you. Marcacci Meats on North Del C Drive in Vineland and online at marcaccimeats.com. Your game day lineup starts here.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
The Birds are back. Catch Philadelphia Eagles preseason football as the Eagles get ready for the 2026 season. Traveling to Baltimore to take on the Ravens tomorrow night. Pre-game coverage starts at 6 with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 7.
The catch is made by Henry, and he is just bounced down by Cooper DeJean.
What a great tackle by Cooper DeJean. This is South Jersey's radio home of the Philadelphia Eagles. 97.3 ESPN.
On the beach in Avalon, New Jersey for the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships right here on 97.3 ESPN. Billy Schweim, Dan Adams, Dr. Erich Wolf, Dr. Tom McCann, and of course, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, Jack Brooks. We are in the middle of the doubles race, and I'd like to bring Dan Adams in. And Dan, these flags are set pretty far out there. One of the longer races. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's a scheduled 14 to 16-minute race, like Eric was saying earlier, or alluded to. We're probably looking at about 15 to 15 and a half minutes. But, from the updates we're getting, this race is too close to call. There's 8 boats that are in the hunt initially. And now what do we got, Eric?
Eric, you got the radio, so tell us.
I did just get an update from the stake boat. The boats have turned the halfway flag. It is very close between 7 and 8 boats. I am told Upper Township is in first, Avalon is in second, Margate is in third.
Wow, that's pretty close. Let's bring in Dr. Tom McCann. Because, Tom, you are a historian, and you've written a couple books about the Guard, called The Guards.
The Guards, yeah.
And talk to us a little bit about how that book's doing, and what was your goal? What was your mission to write that book?
Because I wrote 2 books about just Sea Isle City, because that's where I was from. But then as I was walking around the South Jersey area, others wanted me to write about their beach patrol. So I started with Brigantine and worked my way to Cape May Point and did a historical sketch on every city in the South Jersey area. Then I got all the race results from the South Jersey, Margates, the Dutch Hoffmans, the Curves, Tri-Cities. Every race we have is in that book. So it's also.
And Tom, when we had the Gaudies and even the Atlantic City Classic this year had beach patrols north of Brigantine.
Yeah.
They love this down here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the competitive spirit here, I think they come here because it's wild in South Jersey.
It is.
It's wild. And,
no holds barred, right?
Yeah, no, it's right. The gloves are off.
Yeah.
It's a backyard brawl, and then when it's done, then we reconcile.
We have a couple pops.
Yeah.
So now, Tommy, this race. We've had some beach patrols that have had winners, like three or four winners in a row.
Yeah, not too many. This doesn't happen often. But what I would like to point out.
It's hard to repeat in pro sports. It's hard to repeat out here.
When you repeat out here, you're bad. In 1955, 56, 57, Bill Money and Ed Keating won 3 years
in a row.
73, 74, and 75, David Funk and George Miller did the triple.
Dennis Funk.
Yeah, Dennis Funk. And 91, 92, and 98, Craig Whitehead and Mike Crass, Avalon, 3 in a row. And then 2009, 10, and 11, Ashton Funk, Dennis's son, and Chuck Gowdy, 3 in a row.
And also, I want to make a note, Joe Seville and Jack Seville, the Seville boys, they were in the loop for the last 20, 25, 24, 23. They've been pretty successful.
But it was 3 brothers.
Right, it's the brothers.
It wasn't the set.
So it's a family.
Yeah, it's all in the family.
I got to interject because
family.
In 2016, Chuck Gowdy and Chris Graves won. They missed in 17, but they won again in 18 and 19. No race held in 20, and they won again in 21.
Well, that just goes to show you how competitive these races are.
Oh, it's so competitive. And you'll see this finish tonight.
And how about
we're highlighting what's happening with the lifeguards. August 19th, Boardwalk Hall, the Jim Well Convention Center, where we're starting the International Lifeguard Museum.
Okay.
August 19th on the Boardwalk in Atlantic City, where it all started back in the day.
They're inside the singles flags, but real quick, you brought up a family name, and I think someone's going to come up here in a little bit, the Funk family.
Right.
What a history in rowing, the Funk family, from Dennis, the father, to David and Andrew, the twin brothers, to Ashton. History there, and the number of South Jersey titles in a family. I don't think there's any other family that has as many titles as they have.
Dan, it was a lot of fun rowing against them.
Tell the
They
truth.
were incredible. They were incredible.
And the boats are getting closer, guys.
I am told Upper Township, Avalon, Atlantic City are the top 3 right now. We have about 2 minutes left in this race, and these guys are burning
So
out
you
here
said
right
Atlantic
now.
City's in third. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this race, Dan Adams.
Well, it looks like to me Upper Township's got a pretty substantial lead from what I can see from here.
The boats are about 250, 300 yards off the beach, off the water's edge. And as the beach patrols from all the beach patrols head south to meet their boat as they come in. Now, there's not much of a current, Eric, but it is blowing the boats south a little bit.
A little bit. Their course is running a little bit to our south.
This one right here.
It does appear like Upper Township has the upper hand right now.
Oh, they look like they're a couple boats out for
Yes.
me, Eric. I don't know, but I'm just calling it right here. And we talked about that. We talked about the different strokes and these boats, and the boats are definitely a factor because it's not as important to have such a clean stroke as it is to have a quick stroke to get the boat moving.
Absolutely.
Upper Township, Chase Brown and Ryan Manning, and they've been in the hunt the whole time.
Yes, they have. And they are, I think Dan is correct. They look about 2 open water lengths up.
They are really far
and
away.
we have about a minute, 15 seconds
But I'll
left in
tell
this
you what,
race.
then you got about 5 or 6 boats that are all right there shooting for that second and third position right now.
It looks like.
And Eric, I'm going to call you out, but you did mention Upper Township as a dark horse to possibly win the South Jersey Championship
Well,
earlier tonight.
This would help. This
Yeah,
would certainly help.
Upper Township, Ryan Manning.
We have about 30 seconds left in this race. Upper Township has it. I don't want to say in the bag, but they look really strong right now. It's a battle for second. Avalon, Longport, Cape May look like they're all battling for second right
Atlantic
now.
City is down to the. Are they for?
Oh, Atlantic
furthest
City's
out there?
Atlantic
looks
City
like-
as
looks
well.
Like they're out on them.
Atlantic
they're-
City.
And then Margate just moved
But
up a little
see,
bit.
Upper Township has a small swell
Yes,
behind
they
them, and
do.
they're trying to get on it. They're picking the rate up right now. This is Upper Township's race to lose. Oh, he jumped.
He jumped.
He jumped.
He jumped
We
too
talked
early. This
about
is
that,
cost them
Eric.
Atlantic City.
Talked about that.
He jumped
Jesus.
back
Oh!
into the third. Atlantic City's on a
Oh!
wave. Atlantic City is on a wave, and they're going to
Atlantic
win.
City's going to win.
Oh
Oh,
my
my God.
That
Eric,
is a
we
cardinal
talked about
sin.
that, Eric. We talked about
It's a
that.
fight for third. Here
And
comes
you
Kate
said
May.
it.
Cape May, Avalon, Margate,
Longport.
Longport.
Oh, looks like
Longport.
Longport.
Wow.
What a sin.
Wow, what a finish.
Wow.
my
Upper
God.
Township just took themselves right out of the race.
Hey,
Eric.
Well,
We-
that's
right before this race started, Eric and I were talking about that, and it was when we were in a break, and we said, what do you do here? And he alluded to, you stay in the boat,
Stay
you
in
row
your
it to the finish.
absolutely.
Listen, that is the first time that I've seen that.
Yeah.
Where that
We're
one
winning.
one beach patrol, you're winning. One patrol, Ryan Manning jumped in the seat, takes himself off the wave, and Atlantic City just pulls right
he
ahead.
did, and that's why
Wow.
this race is so difficult, because not only is it a long race, you're rowing 14, 15 minutes, Billy, but at that point of the race, you are so tired and physically exhausted, you don't have a whole lot of oxygen going to your
Right.
brain, but you've got to make a good decision quickly, and unfortunately, that was the wrong decision.
And Tom, that maybe that goes to a lack of experience.
Listen, what they were just saying, you have to outrow that wave.
Yeah.
That's the goal. When you keep rowing, don't get out of the seat because you're taking your hands off the steering wheel.
And I don't know who it was, Dr. Eric Wolf, but I just saw somebody with an Upper Township hat, had his hand in his hands, going, "Oh no!"
I know.
They
and
had it.
And they, something, congratulations. They had a great row.
They had a great
Hey.
row, but unfortunately, they made
Wow.
it. There's
But-
no way to sugarcoat this. They made a horrible mistake there at the end, and it cost them badly.
But Vince Grenice and Nick Adira, congratulations.
Right.
Unofficially,
Yes.
the 2026 South Jersey Championships, and they've had a great year.
Absolutely.
And that puts Atlantic City in the driver's seat for the overall
swim.
title right now.
And
Yeah.
that is Vince's third South Jersey, his championship, his first since 2015. And congratulations, Nick Gradira.
Yeah.
That's his first South
Now,
Jersey
do we have
championship.
can you radio and find out the
We have-
official, unofficial results? I guess?
Unofficial, we got Atlantic City in first, Upper Township second, and Longport third, but we're going to try and get an official ruling here.
And now, Tom, we get ready for the swim.
Yeah.
For the swim, which this is a big race. This is a very competitive race.
But you were talking about before. So you can tell the boats that tapered. They tapered and they primed themselves for the jerseys.
Right.
Everybody gets prime time in the jerseys.
All right, Tommy, I want to thank you. We're going to bring up
Oh,
a
yeah.
swimmer himself in his own right.
Yeah.
He's won this
Rob
race a
Montgomery,
few times.
South
Rob
Jersey
Montgomery,
champion.
South Jersey champion. Bring Rob Montgomery
go.
up. Grab the headphones from Jack. We'll get Jack. Put Jack Brooks on the radio. Tommy, we'll bring you back for the singles row. And Rob Montgomery, you'll take Dr. Eric Wolf's headphones. And as we get ready for the we'll get ready for the swim. And Dan Adams, you wanted here in Avalon. John Tepper, he got blown all the way north, and he comes back in a foot race to win this race.
Absolutely, and I'm glad to have Rob up here, and he's going to talk about that too, I'm sure. Rob, in that race in 2016, we were talking about it earlier. The finish for the swim ended up down to the south, probably about 50 yards off of the pier, and they had to run about 200 yards down the beach.
Right.
Longport swimmer John Tepper came out of the water fifth and passed two people on the run and finished third. And then Mike McGrath put the icing on the cake, and Longport wins their first ever South Jersey title. But if he gets fifth, they don't win.
Right.
And it was a big difference, and what a difference it was.
Hey, look, you can run faster on the beach than you can swim. Right. So you just got to get onto the beach and get to the finish line.
Rob, you won this race in 1987 and 1988.
Yeah.
The ocean hasn't changed much.
You
You have, but the ocean hasn't. So what are these swimmers, they know what they have to do. They know what they have to prepare for.
Right.
Upper Township you saw them just loop. They had first wrapped up and they pulled themselves out of it.
Heartbroken. They're such
so
good
now the
dudes.
swimmer,
Yeah.
their swimmer for Upper Township is Logan Manning, who's been in this. He's been neck and neck. He's been in 1, 2, and 3 for all these races this year.
Yeah, Logan is a great ocean swimmer. I'll tell you, it's crazy when you look at the top three guys. In a pool in a mile, which is roughly the same distance as what we're talking about. These guys are not close.
Right.
Charles is 30 seconds faster than the Avalon guy, and the Avalon guy's a minute faster than Logan in the pool.
Right.
But
in
hey,
the ocean,
these guys they're pretty close to even up.
And let's bring Jack Brooks back into the into the booth. And Jack, this swim is very important for Upper Township. Like Rob just said, Logan Manning has been in these races. All he has to do is place. Really, get a top three.
What you have to realize is you score so many.
And here they go, guys. They're off.
The swim has started, and it was right on our right-hand side. We didn't really hear a warning shot.
We didn't get a warning.
Off they go, and there's a lot of bunching up and a lot of kicking and fighting to get out in front there on the night like tonight. It's a flat ocean.
Yeah, very flat.
Rob, how long? The flags are set pretty good. What do you anticipate? How long will this race take?
About 13 minutes, I think. It's a longer course than it was last Friday in Margate. But this looks like pretty square.
And it doesn't seem like there's much of a current, although boats did come in a little bit south.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how much current they get here. Like, we're kind of in the middle of this island. Not a lot of breeze today.
No.
Pretty flat, but there's some waves.
So, Rob, traditional South Jersey swim is 14 to 16 minutes.
Right.
You think it looks like we might be a little under that tonight?
Yeah, right around there, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, but I don't think it's a long swim.
Okay.
But, yeah, on the lower end of that, probably.
We have David Funk has walked up to the podium. Jack, if you don't mind, I want to get David Funk in here because I don't have to, no introduction.
We talked
about him. The Funk family. Dave, how are you, man?
Good. How you guys doing
Good.
tonight?
What a race, Dave. I mean, we haven't seen anything like that. Upper Township had that race locked up, and Logan Manning made a critical mistake. No, he's
not Logan Manning.
I mean, Ryan Manning. I'm sorry,
Ryan.
one of the Manning boys. But you've been in that position numerous times. You got to make a quick decision.
Tonight's finish, you don't go back on the wave. You just gotta stay out in front of it. If you go back, you stay in your seat. So you gotta get back in. The moment he went back for that wave,
pulled himself off the wave.
Yeah, he sort of dropped a little bit of an anchor. They recovered well, but AC had a lot of momentum there on the way in.
Dave, we were talking about that. Myself and Erich Wolf were talking about that before the race, saying, what would you do here tonight? And the consent, between the two of us was that you would pull all the way through and actually row to the finish. And like we said, if you did anything, you'd steer right from your seat and probably just the stern guy and keep the bow guy rowing.
Absolutely. The bow guy should definitely keep rowing tonight. And the stern guy, if anything, could have popped the oar out to steer from his seat.
Billy, I got to just say it because we talked about the Funk family a little while ago here in the broadcast, and we talked about Dennis Funk winning 3 South Jerseys in a row, and then we talked about the Funk brothers. and what a history. Between your family, how many South Jersey titles do you guys actually have?
I just counted 7
Do you have
for
a
you.
total? Do you have a total number of South Jersey titles for your family alone?
My dad has 3. I have 10. My brother Andrew has 6. And Ashton, I think, has 7.
I thought it was 9, but
9, 7, 9, something like that. I'm not sure.
9.
I'll never forget one of the best races I've seen in the singles was when Ashton Funk, I believe it was in the Margates, caught an upper break, gets in the stern sheet and stood with his oar dug in and rode it all the way into the surf.
I think he took 15 strokes.
I think that's it.
After the flag and basically rode that wave all the way in. It was great boatsmanship.
Dave, you're now the chief of the Ventnor Beach Patrol.
Yes.
You got the Goudies next week.
Yeah.
And I love the Goudies, but I also hate the Goudies. And the reason is because after this race, you got the Goudies and the summer's pretty much over.
Yeah, the Galleys are a great event, especially when the ocean comes alive, but it also is a signal to the end of the season where everyone starts to go back. Beaches get light on manpower, and we start to turn the page into the fall.
You know, I got to tell you, Dave, the weekend goes by that I see somebody that's been on the Beach Patrol said, I want a mug from the Goudies. So you know that if you win the Goudies, Dan Adams, that the people, they remember because they got the mug.
Hey, it's a pride thing at the Goudies. And you know what? It's a way to end the season, but it shows the true skills of lifeguarding in the Goudy races and rescues and what it's all about and making sure your beaches are safe. Real quick, I got an update because we had an unofficial. We have the official top 3 finish in the doubles. We got Atlantic City, Upper Township, Cape May, top 3. Top 3 in the doubles finish.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. I gotta tell you, that was a great row. It looked like a long row tonight, but everyone looked a little bottlenecked out there at the turn. Halfway out, looks like some boats got jammed up, but
yeah, I think, and we were talking about it here. It looked like to us like Upper Township had about a 2.5 boat lead on everybody coming into the surf.
Yeah, in crew, you'd say they had open water. It looked like the singles, maybe the other guys closed in, but they definitely. I feel for those guys. They've been in that situation before.
Dave, let me ask you a question. Ben Werber is your singles rower.
Yeah, Ben.
What have you told him about the race? I mean, have you give him some tips?
Yeah, just we say the hay's in the barn, so to speak. There's not really much I can say that's going to be a pivotal point except exactly what you're going to be facing tonight conditions wise. Like example,
because you lived it.
If you get a wave, what are you going to do? At the start, looks like we had some issues at the start with some shore breaks. So it's just about being ready and present at the moment for what you're dealt with.
And Dave, your swimmer, Brian Falk, has been top 5.
Yeah, Brian's.
He won a race here early on, and he's been top 5 in these other races. So he could be in the hunt here.
Brian's a quiet kid, but he's an exceptional athlete, and he's a very hard worker. He does a lot of work when nobody's watching, and that's a testament to him and his character.
Well, David Funk, we miss having you in these races, but we always get to see you, and we'll see you next week at the Goudies.
Next week at the Goudies, absolutely,
let's
guys.
bring Jack Brooks back here. And Dan, they're talking about the Funk family. I mean, come on, man.
History.
It doesn't get any better than that, does it?
You count those numbers. I was just trying to count it in my head.
Right.
You're talking
so
about.
I was trying to circle them, but there's so many Funks, and I can't circle them all.
I think I count 28 South Jersey titles for that family, and that's pretty crazy. Rob, what do you got? You got an update for us?
This is crazy. I mean, these guys went out. It's a 3-man race right now. Schreiner, Manning, and Hanway from Avalon. Manning was dragging off a Schreiner on the way out, and then Hanway was right on Schreiner's shoulder. Logan peeled out and now went out on his own, and Logan's winning this race heading into the turn. Schreiner and Hanway going neck and neck.
Jack,
they're battling it out.
Upper Township, they get a first or second here.
Exactly. This is where
that was very critical.
It was very tough in the doubles because that's a hard pill for the team to swallow. You're still in. You got second place.
Right.
Your swimmer scores. Every point counts in this race. It's the easiest way to say it. And there's some very, very competitive people. I'd love to see.
It's happened before that you win the South Jerseys without scoring in all 3, but you got to get a first and a second at minimum. That's the only chance you're going to have to win this title, team title overall, without scoring in all 3 events.
I just want to make a mention here. I just looked to my south. And I look to my north, and I'm telling you, this crowd is huge. It's gigantic. Rob, as a swimmer, you don't even realize that because you're concentrating on what's at hand. Just like a player, I guess, Jack, right getting ready to walk on the field, you're not worrying about the crowd, but there's a huge crowd here today.
It is like the Eagles Stadium amount of people. You could fill it.
We got people in beach chairs and trucks.
Hey, Billy, I disagree. As a swimmer, you never have a crowd. So when you're on the beach and there's a bunch of people here at the beginning at the end of the race, you know it, man.
This is phenomenal. We're going to get a report from Erich Wolf, Upper, AC, and Avalon in that order.
Logan Manning redeeming his brother, maybe. Wouldn't that be great?
And how far out would you say we are, Eric? They're at the turn right now. I don't know if our producer Josh at the station wants to take a top of the hour break, but this is just an exciting race, Dan Adams.
It's unbelievable, and it's going to come down to the singles race. It's going to come down to the final race, that's going to make the decision unless something drastic happens here. Let me tell you, if Schreiner wins this swim, that puts Atlantic City in the driver's seat. Going into the singles, they have 10 points.
Wow.
If Logan Manning comes in second, that puts Upper Township with 8 points. So it can happen, but I think the only way you're going to win the overall title, only scoring in 2 events, is to either get 2 firsts or a first and a second. It's the only chance you have. What do you think, Jack?
I would agree with that, and I'll tell you the turn was very interesting in this swim. We got some drone footage going on. There was some gaps that were created at the turn. They were neck and neck, and I don't know. It's always been the turns, and that turn suddenly you're 2 body lengths ahead of somebody else.
Yeah. Rob, talk about that, Rob. Do you grab the flag? What do you do there? What's the concept there?
You kind of do like a water polo move. So you're going around and sort of taking a freestyle stroke and going back into like a backstroke stroke and corkscrew. You know?
Have you seen people ever grab the flag and pull themselves quick around?
You can. I feel like it's a little slower though.
Okay.
All right, you're listening to 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live from the beach in Avalon.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Hey, this is Josh Hennig. Join me this Saturday, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN, where we will preview the Eagles' first preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens, plus review the highly anticipated Sixers schedule for the upcoming season. Hanging with Hennig on 97.3 ESPN is sponsored by Boulevard Super Liquors, the best selection of beer and spirits at the Jersey Shore, located minutes off Garden State Parkway, exit 25, at the foot of the Ocean City 34th Street Bridge. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy Centers, with over 80 locations around South Jersey, offering best-in-class outpatient physical therapy. Stone Harbor Bar and Grill, with 36 brand new 4K TVs, so you can watch your favorite team play every game. Caesar Sportsbook, where you earn perks on every wager on every sport. Zia Nicola Pizza, the best pizza in Sea Isle City, located between 42nd and 43rd Streets on the Promenade. That's Hanging with Hennig, Saturdays, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN.
Big prizes, big celebration, and 2 chances to win at Bridgeton Auto Mall. Purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle during August and September for your chance to win $20,000 cash. Or bring your vehicle in for qualifying service and you could win $5,000 cash. Then join us Saturday, October 3rd for our grand prize celebration featuring a barbecue food truck, live DJ, family fun, and the cash drawings beginning at 1 p.m. 808 North Pearl Street, Bridgeton, or visit BridgetonAutomall.com. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete rules and details.
Saturday morning in the locker room with Billy Schweim is producer Nick Earnshaw's last show. Former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick and Aaron Ewing join me in the studio. The Kilowatt Coffee Truck will be at the station to get us caffeinated and activated. Hour 1, we will debut the new song Philly Eagles Fans Anthem. Award-winning producer and composer Charles Wallert will tell us how the song came about. Hour 2, it's the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors and the OCPP Lifeguard Alumni Association. We will have interviews from the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN. ESPN's live coverage of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live from the beach in Avalon. It's the 101st edition of this race, Dan Adams, and we got a close race here in the swim.
We do, and I'm watching as Bill Hanley's walking by. I got to imagine what's going through his mind. He's probably thinking like I was back in 2016, that this is a chance for us to win our first ever title, and the pressure's on.
Yeah,
And
what could he be going through right now? I mean,
well, it's just thinking about it.
It's right
but
there.
yeah, it's right in his grasp. There's a chance for it. And you know what? You're just thinking about it. You're thinking about what's going on. You're thinking about the outcome of this race. And then you're thinking about your singles rower and what they're going to do.
Rob, what's going through the swimmers' minds right now these guys are all neck and neck. It looks like we have Avalon, Upper Township, and Atlantic City.
Yep. Yeah, Avalon's up by about body length, Atlantic City second, and then Upper Township maybe half a body length behind him. You're just thinking like you want to kick hard. You're looking for some swells. You're trying to get a little bump, hoping that you're going to get a wave, and thinking about what your finish is like. You want to start getting blood into your legs. You haven't been kicking that much the last 14 minutes. you're about to have to stand up and run to the finish line. So you got to start getting those legs going, ready to go.
That's a great question.
Wow.
So talking about the kick, I mean, when they're out there by the flag, you're not kicking that much. But
Not
when
as
you
much.
get close, it's a sprint, right,
This is
Rob?
a 6-beat kick. Yeah, got to get ready for the run.
I'll tell you what, Tim Hanway is kicking away right now. Watching
but
his
he's
stroke and
also
watching
going
him.
south, though. Is that him south?
Yeah, he's a little off, but
he's going to have to run to the beach, right?
Yeah, but he's got a pretty good lead right now.
Jack, what would be your philosophy if you were in the water right now? I mean, he's going south. The other two swimmers are going straight for the flag.
Get to the beach and run. You're going to run faster than you can swim.
Yeah,
anyway,
Rob-
so that's
Rob
gonna
said
be,
that as
Here
well.
comes a wave. Rob just pointed it out.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to catch that wave. It's going to pass them.
Yeah, but
Better
Tim
shot at
Hanway-
the Avalon.
Yeah,
Manning
Avalon's
just
good.
passed
He missed
Schreiner.
it.
Manning and Schreiner are right together. I
Wow.
mean, Avalon might be a little south. These guys are coming. This is going to be
And Rob,
really
have you ever
close.
have you been to a race this close in your career?
A couple of times.
You can hear the
but,
crowd
I mean,
starting to yell
this is
too. By the way,
incredible.
this is an incredible
I mean,
race.
this is
Yeah,
awesome.
but
is
Rob,
awesome.
what do you think the whoa? I don't know what Hanway just did there.
I
He
don't
just
know. You
stopped
should know
for a
better.
second.
This is his beach. You should
Yeah,
know.
he
You can't-
stopped.
You can't try to find the
Wow,
bottom.
this is
It's
going to be
slow.
this is going to be close because he's up and running. He's diving through the surf.
Yeah, he's stopping and in. Schreiner and Manning.
Oh, it's going to be a race. Oh,
Hanway's going to take it. Hanway's got it. Manning's up. Manning's up
Avalon.
for second. Get him, man. Logan Manning, second.
Wow.
Schreiner third from
Stratty, baby. Stratty.
Wow, that's awesome, Rob Montgomery. Dude, what a great race. And, after all that training and the whole summer of going through races, that's got to be a pretty good feeling to know that you were in such a fight like that.
It's awesome. I was talking to some buddies earlier, too. You can't underestimate the home
Home
ocean
advantage.
you know?
Yeah.
And you think it's a swim, it's the ocean. What's the difference? You know the beach, you know the course. Last year we saw Dolan Grisbaum pull it out in jerseys. And, here it is. Good finish, good swim. He knows the course. He knows where the flag is. He's been training here.
It's funny you say he knows the course, Jack. It didn't look. He stopped. He looked like he pulled up for a second.
Never underestimate the home water. and proud Avalon, too. I mean, that is a really incredible race.
Yeah.
Very close. I've never seen a swim really just
So
three-way tie.
Unofficially, but I mean, I could pretty much say it's official. It was Tim Hanway from Avalon, followed by Logan Manning from Upper Township, followed by Charles Schreiner from Atlantic City. Do we know who was fourth?
Stop
I don't know. We'll have to get there. Listen, Rob, we're going to let you go.
Hey, Billy, it's a
thank
pleasure,
you so
man.
much. We really look forward
Love
to
it,
having
man.
you in the booth,
Always
man.
fun. Thanks, guys.
And
You
there
got
he
it,
is.
Rob.
Dan, there's a guy that has been in this race, knows what it's all about.
So, Billy, that changes the overall scoring here now. Billy, that changes the overall scoring because right now we're looking at a tie with 8 points with Atlantic City and Upper Township, a tie with 8 points. Atlantic City has the edge for finishing higher in the doubles, but we have a tie going into the final race. It's going to be either both of them don't do anything and it comes down to the doubles finish, or it's going to be a finish here that the fight is on.
And to double up on one crew is doubling up in the singles.
Eric, as soon as we can, though,
Look at Jack's face.
if we could figure out who the fourth and fifth in doubles, and we need fourth and fifth in swim, too. As soon as we can get that, that would be great for us. So.
Absolutely. And I'll call the race director. I do know that they had to go to a video review for fourth and fifth place for the doubles. It was that close. But, Dan, congratulations to my good friend and colleague, Tim Hanaway of the Avalon Beach Patrol.
Huh?
Tim is such an incredibly hard worker. I think this is the first race other than the Kerr that he's won all summer. And he just kept working, kept grinding, kept after it. And tonight, in a great ocean, he put it all together. He is now a South Jersey champion.
I know, he is. And we kind of got a little worried there because he started coming in a little to the south, and he actually took up on a stroke and stopped for a second and almost did almost like a butterfly or something. He was doing something, and then he jumped back in it.
He was trying to get set to jump out of the water and start running. And I will say, your brother, Matt, was right in his ear the whole way to say, you go run here.
Absolutely.
And there was no question in the captain at that point.
And as soon as he started dolphining, you kind of knew that he was going to win that race because he was up and out. And Rob Montgomery alluded to it during our broadcast here. You can run a lot faster than you can swim. So if you can outrun the person that's swimming straight in, you have a really good chance of winning that race.
So congratulations to Tim Hanway. That's an outstanding swim for your Avalon racer who, listen, Dolan Grisbaum's been the perennial swimmer for you guys, and now all of a sudden you got new blood.
Absolutely. And Dolan did a great job of working with him all summer. They were out here every single day training on this course. And you could tell the work that Tim put in this summer because when he came in, I would say in the last 2 to 3 minutes of that race, he threw it into another gear, which is what you have to do in a calm motion like tonight. He got to the beach first, probably a little delirious, and then had to run up there and touch that finish line.
By the way, we still have swimmers coming in too, Jack.
We do. Oh yeah. We don't want to call a race yet because there's a few more that are left battling it out for the back end. But they're still competitors.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And you know, I appreciate so much what you know is being said here by Erich, that they've been training, they've been trying hard, they're going to do that. You know, there's some that say, I'm not going to go out and race each and every race. Some have been playing the game for the big one. You're always going to be a South Jersey champion. Your name is in the record books. In this case, you know, over 100 years, your name's going to be there for the next 100.
And now, hey, Dan and Dr. Erich Wolf, I don't have to tell you guys, but this race, Ryan Finnegan, he knows that he needs to win this race. I mean, he needs to win this race for Avalon to have a shot at winning this overall title.
Well, Ryan's done it before.
And he's done it before.
In 2024, it came down to the singles, and he came up big. He won the South Jersey that night in Brigantine to win us the team championship. And once again, the weight of this beach patrol is on Ryan Finnegan.
I got to listen, Jack. I don't mean to do this again, but I just took a glance to the south and north. Dan, would you look at this crowd here? I mean, I got to tell you, this is one of the biggest crowds I've seen.
And it stretches all the way to the pier on the north.
Chills.
It stretches all the way to the pier on the north, and it looks like it goes to like 39th Street on the south.
Now, Dan, Billy, and Jack, I want to point out what's going on here right now. Atlantic City is up there in the point total. So is Avalon with Tim Hanaway's victory. We are going to get this singles row started immediately, and I'll tell you why. Because Vince Grenice is doubling up for Atlantic City, and Ryan Finnegan is fresh for Avalon. I would expect the race officials here in Avalon to get the singles rocking and rolling very quickly here.
And what would be the reason for that?
Well, because Vince is coming off a 16-minute doubles race. Ryan is fresh.
Well, hometown cooking, right?
Well,
Get at it.
you know what? This is one of the hidden advantages of being able to host the race. You can run the race according to the way that you want to. So I would expect that we're going to have a quick single start here.
And just like last week, we have 8 singles rowers doubled up and rowed doubles tonight.
Yep.
So there's 8
But
competitors.
Upper Townships is not doubling up.
No.
And Avalon.
Yes.
So there you go.
We do not have a Ryan Finnegan did not row the doubles. And certainly tonight in a very calm ocean like this is a very difficult night to double up.
So if you rode doubles and you didn't get a break, I'm just telling you, I don't know how it's going to go. The great prognosticator, I used to be called the great Brooksini, could see all in the future. I'm just saying, I think it's going to be a very, very close singles.
How long of a race will this be?
This will be approximately 4 to 6 minutes by the rules. That is set by the flagmaster, who is the chief of the Cape May Beach Patrol, Harry Back, today.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Flag alignment is Chief Steve Downey of the Atlantic City Beach Patrol. I would expect, looking at those flags, they appear pretty long. I would suggest it's going to be 5 to 5.5 minutes tonight.
Okay, Jack Brooks, this Ryan Finnegan, I mean, he knows he's right in front of us here. And I saw Matt Wolf running by. He looks like he's sweating more than the racers.
I would be too. Not only that, I'd be checking to see if I have any other fluids coming out besides sweat, because I am scared at this point.
He knows. I mean, he was on this beach in 2016. He knows what it's all about.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to talk to you, going back to what you were just talking about, Erich, with the conditioning and being ready and to get this race started. But I got to tell you, Vince Grenice is in great shape.
Oh, yes, he is.
He's going to – what he doesn't have in his strength and ability and his physical ability, he's going to pull out with his heart tonight.
Absolutely.
And he's going for this title. Atlantic City's been a long time coming for them to win a South Jersey title, and they've had a great year. They've won numerous races this year. They were the perennial team to beat tonight when we talked about it in the start. But I gotta tell you, you threw Upper Township in the hunt right from the start tonight. You said they could be a dark horse and they could win this race.
Yep.
I love the Cinderella story. They've never won it.
Well, Jack, it makes for great. This is why these races are so great.
Exactly.
A beach patrol like Upper Township, really, who has never won a race, has always been like the stepchild, is now have a shot.
And that's because they put the effort in. These, as we said, you get the right team, you get the right crew, you get the right coaching, the right season, and magic happens. And I hate to say it, but I love the Cinderella story of all this. I know the perennial favorites, but I love the Cinderella story.
Maybe they could go on a 6-year run like Longport.
Here we
And Billy, I want to introduce to you my good friend and colleague from the Avalon Beach Patrol, the 2026 South Jersey Swim Champion, Tim Hanaway of the Avalon Beach Patrol.
All right, Tim, welcome to the booth here. Let's get you all hooked up. What an incredible swim for you. You've been in all these races, but to come out and get a victory here in Avalon has to be pretty special for you.
That's really, really special to me. I mean, I haven't won on my on my home turf ever, so this being my first win at a big race, making it really all the more special.
Stick with it for a second.
Going to pause for a second. Yeah, they're getting ready for the.
Just stay right there with us.
Stay with us for a second. So
here we
flag
go.
is
Flag
up.
is up.
Flag's down. There we go. This race is off.
And I think Dr. Erich Wolf was correct. They were going to start this as quickly as they can for the singles tonight.
Well,
they're off and
Brigantine's
running.
out. Brigantine is out right now.
Joe Seville.
Longport, Avalon, Atlantic City.
Brigantine had a beautiful start. Joe Seville is out there, and he is into his count. He's moving the boat.
Now we have to remember, Kate May's in it, and Mike Fitzpatrick has shown a lot in these races so far in the singles.
And Kate May was third in the doubles too, Jack. So Kate
So
May's
there's
in the
points
hunt.
available
Yes.
to Kate May.
All right, so let's bring in Tim Hanaway back in, get him on the hooked up with the mic here. Talk to us a little bit about the start of the race. The seas are kind of flat or calm, if you will, but what kind of start did you have?
So I kind of just wanted to get out and just kind of stay with Charles Schreiner from the AC. And so when I was staying with him, felt like I was keeping pretty good pace. Rather than that flag all the way out there, felt like I could go faster, so turned it on a little bit. Rest is history, man.
Now, we have former swimmers here with us, Jack Brooks and Rob Montgomery, talking about when you're out in the water on your way out to the flag and you get a little disoriented once you get to the flag. You haven't, your feet haven't touched the bottom for a while.
Yeah.
What's that like when you hit the flag? When you know you're in a race, too.
So when I hit the flag, sorry, there's pictures. Oh my God, there's a lot of pictures here.
You could walk and chew gum. You can do that.
Yeah, I know. So basically, rather than that flag, when you know you're halfway done, Dolan Gersbaum, Lieutenant Coach Dolan Gersbaum, guy who taught me, been coaching me up all year long, has told me going out, it's its own race. Coming back, that's where everything could change. That's where your swells are helping you pick up your tempo on the swells when there's stuff to catch, as you can see here. Not much to catch out there. So,
Tim, I got to ask you, because on the way in, you went a little to the south away from your competitors that were right there with you. You did have a little bit of a lead, I would say about 2.5, 3 body length lead you had on the swimmers, but you took a pause right before you started dolphining. It was almost like a pause, and you almost went almost like a butterfly stroke or something to that effect, and then you went into your dolphin dive. Tell us about that. Tell us what was going through your mind and what you were thinking.
So usually the butterfly, I'm going to get really all swim technical on here. So with the butterfly, you got two things, right? This can kind of help propel you down and through the water.
Your arms going down.
Okay. Yes. So when you're dolphin diving, you can get all this water under your body. It almost helps you go faster, really better propelling you through the water. It just kind of helped me. I'm a butterflyer back home. My club team, Suburban Seahawks.
But we saw that pause, and we were a little worried. But then all of a sudden, you got into the dolphin right from the butterfly, and it was over after that.
Yeah.
Tell us, was your chief standing there yelling at you, calling you, telling you what to do at the finish?
So my goggles were kind of foggy. Couldn't really see where the lifeguard stands were. Thought I was running the right way. Turns out I wasn't running the right way. Everyone's like, go that way, go that way. So I'm like, oh, okay, God, I got to go that way. Ended up, didn't really, cost me the win there. Thank God. That would have been awful. But just happy to win.
Did you know you were winning at that point?
I had a feeling I could see them kind of on the sandbar as I was dolphin diving, but I always know if they were to catch one of the few waves that break out there, that wave that race becomes a lot closer. Just wanted to just really hoping that no one caught any waves, no one did anything like that.
Tim, I can't tell you how proud I am of you.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the club, 2026 South Jersey Swimming
Congratulations.
Championships.
You guys. Listen, your name's in the record books. How about that?
I know.
That's unbelievable. All right, just an amazing race. Jack, I got to tell you, this is one of the more – I know in 2017, 16, that was great. But this is one of the overall closest races.
And it looks like we have a close race here, but I don't know. I think Brigantine might be out right here. I'm not sure, but
Do we have a report?
Brigantine, Avalon,
Atlantic City.
From what I saw here in the booth, guys, it looked like about 7 or 8 boats turned the flag at exactly the same time, which you would expect in a calm ocean
So
like this.
let me ask you this, Eric. Ryan Finnegan, who you work with, he's your colleague.
Yep.
He's been in these races. He won the jerseys last year, I believe, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
He knows where he is. He knows what he has to do.
Yes, he does.
Does that make a difference for somebody with that much experience?
It certainly does, and Mike McGrath has a lot of experience.
Yeah.
He is the defending South Jersey singles champion. They're coming in right now.
They're all bunched up, too.
We have about 2 minutes left in this race, and we have about, from what it appears, about 7 or 8 boats that could win this race.
And it looks like Upper is a little bit back here right now. So I don't know if that's going to be a factor in the finish, but it looks like they are back a little bit from the top 6 or 7 boats.
And Mike Fitzpatrick's in the hunt, and he has won singles the last 2
I'll
Friday
tell you
nights.
what, there's some boats really bunched
They
up
are
here.
all bunched
It
up.
does appear to me that Atlantic City and Avalon are dueling it out toward the south end. Brigantine, and it looks like Sea Isle City.
City's in it, yeah.
Sea Isle City is in it on the north end side of the course.
And that
Patrick Curran?
Yeah. Wow, this is a dogfight.
Well, we got a little swell here on the cruise here to the south of us a little bit.
We got about 90 seconds.
Jack, this is what you talk about, how exciting this is. A free race, and you're getting this type of
Well, you can
excitement
see
and
the
competition.
crowd noise builds. They can start to read the name of the boat. You got a lot of people getting excited. You start to hear the whistles. The rowers can hear you at this point as well.
I want to say,
and
Ronnie
this is
Finnegan.
where
This is going to be close.
it is going to be very close.
Brigantine, Avalon,
Atlantic City,
Longport, Atlantic City
Wow, this
are
is-
all bunched together.
You can hear the crowd going crazy.
And this is one of the closest
I
singles
sure-
races we've seen this season.
I sure hope they have a camera on that finish line because they're going to need it.
But Ryan Finnegan's got to be. He knows what he needs to do.
This is an absolute
Rich Grenese
dog
looks like
fight.
All right, we got a wave here. Sea Isle and Brigantine on a wave.
on a wave.
Brigantine's on a wave. He's got it. And he looks
Brigantine
like
is
he's
on
going to
a
win
wave.
this race. Sea Isle, Brigantine, Sea Isle, Brigantine, Sea Isle, Brigantine.
Oh, it's going to be close,
looks
but
like
I'm going to go
Brigantine.
Brigantine.
Sea Isle in second.
Sea Isle.
Grenese and Stone
Avalon.
Harbor, Avalon.
Stone Harbor, Avalon.
Wow, this is
I don't
gonna
know.
be too close to call.
Woo!
What a race.
Very, very
Whoa.
close.
That was an exciting
Oh,
race.
man.
Billy Joseph did exactly what you need to do on that kind of a wave. It wasn't a big swell, but what he did, he picked his rate up, he stayed in his seat, and he rode it through, and now he gets the ceremonial
Look, they
ride
are-
off the beach.
The whole beach patrol, Brigantine Beach Patrol, just lifted the boat above their heads, and Joe Seville's being carried off. Amazing,
And
Jack.
it is amazing. And
It's
Joe
amazing.
Seville's
I'm in
name has
chills.
been called so many times over so many years. He really
He's
rode.
spent. He's
Yeah,
spent.
he has spent, and
He's
I'm afraid we're going to see a little bit more than we want to of what he had for lunch. It's just, but that's that kind of night. I mean, you got the air, you got everything, and you have given it all. When you leave it, there's nothing left in these guys.
Hey, a little tidbit you guys don't know about Joe Savelle going on right now. He is in a EMT course that he's been taking all summer long, trying to get his EMT certification. So he, hats off to him. He's been working hard on both
And their
ends.
boat's right in front of us, Eric.
And,
you can see the jubilation in the rest of the beach patrol.
And he rode a fantastic race. It was close all the way through, as we all predicted that it would be in a calm ocean like this. But, guys, he caught a small little swell. It wasn't a big one. But what he did, he picked up his rate, he kept his course straight, and he was able to row that all the way through and win the race by about a boat length.
I have to say, the only one we know for sure is first place right here.
Yeah.
We don't know second, third, fourth, and fifth right now at all. And
It
we
is.
only have surety on first place. I think it was Sea Isle second, but I can't be sure on that.
It is going to be an extremely close and difficult thing. They're going to take their time. They're going to make the right call. They're going to make the right decision, because it's really going to. It really came down to this final race this year.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think you look at these rowers and the boats. I would say tonight, any boat that you were rowing, whether it was one of the newer ones or the older ones, you were even. The boats looked very even.
And you can hear the beach patrol banging on the side of the boat as they are super excited, Jack, and is rightly so. I mean,
Absolutely.
he knew what he had to do. The race was between Ryan Finnegan, Joe Seville, Vince Grenese, and it was well worth the price of admission, which I know, Jack, you keep saying it's amazing. Look at the size of this crowd. I've never seen such a crowd like this.
No, and this is the enthusiasm. The people that have seen it. You know, we've had national coverage on these kinds of races before. You got a beautiful sunset going on in the back that's just peeking through the clouds. You got people that are starting to exit the beach. And then the ones that are going to be staying and partying for a while are the winners, that's for sure. And there's going to be a whole lot of awards coming up.
Exactly. And it is going to be very interesting to see how this team scoring breaks out. I believe Atlantic City may have been the only team to score in all three events, maybe Atlantic City and Avalon. Vince may have pulled out a third or a fourth place there, which could have been enough to put them over the top for the team title. But we'll see. I guarantee you that the race officials are looking at that video replay for both the doubles and the singles.
Is that the first time we've had to have a video replay? I think that's one of the first times.
The great thing is that you have video replay.
Yeah, but
going back in my era.
Back in my day,
Billy,
you sound like Tom McCann.
You had the trust me aspect of it.
I do recall a time, Billy, in the late 90s, early 2000s. I believe it was Andrew Funk of Ventnor. What the situation was, he rode a wave in and he flipped the boat. The question was, did he get the boat over the finish line before he flipped the boat? And they did have to look at some video there, but we're going to look at it tonight.
Did he cross it? I don't recall
that. They ruled that he did cross it.
So I got to tell you, when Longport ran our first South Jerseys, one of the things we did was we had two phones in the end stands on the finish line that were recording the finish line, and we've done that ever since. So,
and I'm looking down here once again, Jack, and let me bring this to your attention, because it's good to see all the reporters gathered around Joe Savell and asking questions. We got a couple of our people down there. Aaron's not with us today, but Vince Foch is going to be doing that. We're going to try to get him up here on the stage. But it's good to see, Eric, you're getting rewarded for the effort that you put in.
And they deserve it, too. I mean, look at Joe Savell tonight. He did row the doubles. Probably didn't go as well as he would have hoped for, but he came back in that singles race. He rode a perfect race and then capitalized on a wave at the end. He's the South Jersey champ.
Talk about another true competitor is his dad, Paul. And you rode against Paul how many years?
Oh, yeah.
Canavan and Savell were a doubles crew to reckon with for a number of years, and they were part of this and part of the crew.
Looks like we're going to be talking to one Joe Savell.
Yeah.
And listen, he rode a heck of a race, Dan Adams. I don't need to tell you. You know what it's like to come through in a moment like that.
And here's one happy guy. I'm going to get Joe Savell on the headphone.
All right, here he is, the winner of the singles race, who rode a magnificent race. Congratulations, Joe Savell.
Thank you.
How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Great to have the whole Beast Patrol out here supporting. We took 2 jitneys out here tonight.
Oh, really?
It's amazing.
So that's what my first question to you is: when they carried you off, when they lifted the boat above the rest of your Beach Patrol, put you above your head in the boat, you stood up and your fists were clenched. That had to be euphoric.
Oh my God, there's no better feeling. Sorry, I'm wiping my face right now, but yeah, it's an amazing feeling having everyone here. And
Joe, I can't tell you how impressed I am with that race. You rode, it was a tough, grueling, long doubles race in a very calm motion. You come back for the singles, okay? It was very close all the way through. Where were you at the turn?
Right at the turn, I think I was tied for first. And yeah, it was a long singles race. This had to have been, I don't know, what was it, around like 8 minutes or so?
I think it was probably close to 6-7 minutes. We'll take a look at the official time. But
yeah,
Joe, Jack's your brother.
Yeah.
Joe, tell me about the final wave that you caught. It wasn't a big one, but you played it beautifully and you played it perfectly. Talk to us about that wave.
Really, my mind was just blank. I was looking over and looking at Sea Isle and looking to the right of me and seeing Avalon, and I was just like, I got to get this, got to hump this swell. And I knew that it would come down to that for the win.
But I want to go back to the start, Joe, because I thought you had an awesome start and you were out at the start. I thought it looked like to me like you had a little lead at the start.
Yeah.
Tell us about your start and how that went in and what you were thinking at that point.
I felt like I had a solid start, and then I got a little gassed once we got out past those breakers, and I felt like I let them catch up a little. But then I knew I had to fight on the way in to lengthen my lead again, and then right at the end there, catch that wave. That was like a lucky wave right at the end there.
So do you think doubling up, helped you or hurt you? How do you feel about that?
I want to go one way or the other. I feel like I'm glad I did them both.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Joe, congratulations on the race. You've been in the mix since 2021.
Yep. It's been a while now.
It's been a while now. I mean, do you think the experience of rowing did it help you tonight?
Yes, I think this helps me with rowing up at school, and school helps me with rowing down here. They go hand in hand, really.
Eric, I don't have to tell you, getting out there and putting the time in, that's what it's all about. And it pays off for Joe Seville tonight.
Absolutely, it did. And his course was absolutely perfect. He had a great start, which you have to do on a calm water night. Got out there as a close race to the flag. It was a close race all the way through. And, Joe, your conditioning really came through for you in the last 2 minutes of that race. We could tell up here in the booth it was a grind, and you saw an opportunity with that small wave, and you rode it all the way through. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are the 2026 South Jersey Singles Champion.
Thank you
Joe,
so much.
real quick, I got to ask you. So 3 doubles titles, South Jersey, your first singles title.
Yeah.
How do these compare, doubles and the singles? How do you feel about this? And where does this put you?
It definitely feels special getting it in the singles for the first time. I love rowing with my brothers, and I've loved rowing with Dolan this past year. But yeah, singles this has felt pretty special.
What about singles that makes it more special? Like
just having it
by
be
yourself,
the first time, and
but
also
you also get a certain amount of pride working with somebody. Working
yeah,
in tandem,
I like working with a team, working with a partner all year. But it was cool coming back from dead last place last year. Yeah.
Hey, well, listen, Joe, man, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
up. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Congratulations, Joe. 2026 South Jersey Singles Champion.
And there's your brother Brandon
Joe
down there.
Seville.
Brandon Seville. He's on the disabled list this year, but he'll be back rowing soon. And you could get injured on the beach patrol doing things, carrying the stand, carrying the boat. It's not easy.
It happens. It's a grind out here all summer. But congratulations, Joe Seville. It is going to be very interesting to see how the team points break down because the scoring is very spread out tonight.
Jack, it is a close race, so it's pretty exciting. We got to wait. We have to wait.
What we have to wait for the to see where it all lands. I think when you look at this kind of a race and the singles in particular, it's so exciting at the end. And we talked earlier about that didn't come in until 1973.
Yeah.
And it was close a vote at that point in time. And that's why it's the Murray-Wolf singles. We don't want to miss the fact that it was the Murray-Wolf singles this year in honor of Murray, that was the captain of Avalon and made that proposal, and it was a close vote.
So they actually rode the singles in 1938, 1939, and in 42, and then it disappeared and never came back until 1973.
All right, you're listening to 97.3 ESPN's live broadcast of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room, get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. And by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle, with knowledge, expertise, integrity, and dedication since 1939. For sales and rental or investments opportunities, call 609-263-7422. And by Manco and Manco Pizza, the first and last name of pizza since 1956, with 3 locations in Ocean City, Summers Point, and Citizens Bank Park. Go online at mancospizza.com. That's Manco and Manco Pizza. And by famous Dino Subs and Pizza Margate, located at 8016 Ventnor Avenue in the heart of the Margate Business District since 1964. Dine in or take out. Call 609-822-6602. Everything on that menu is a hit. When we return, we'll talk with Nick Gradera from AC. You're listening to the Locker Room broadcast of the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live on 97.3 ESPN. Saturday morning in the locker room with Billy Schweim and producer Nick Earnshaw's last show. Former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick and Aaron Ewing join me in the studio. The Kilowatt Coffee truck will be at the station to get us caffeinated and activated. Hour 1, we will debut the new song Philly Eagles Fans Anthem. Award-winning producer and composer Charles Wallert will tell us how the song came about. Hour 2, it's the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors and the OCPP Lifeguard Alumni Association. We will have interviews from the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN.
Brand new Kias, $179 a month. $179 at RK. RK Kia of Vineland, New Jersey. Now through Monday, get new 26 Kia K4 LXS, just $179 a month. That's right, $179 for brand new Kia K4s. Even new Sportage LX, just $267 a month. $267 plus 0% financing. 0 for 72 months. At RK Kia of Vineland. Save thousands with Labor Day pricing on the entire Kia lineup. Even the all-new 2027 Telluride. Plus acres of Kia certified pre-owned. And you get RK coverage. No charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. New Kia K4s, $179 a month. New Sportage, $267 a month. Hurry, now through Monday at RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com. To qualified buyers, plus tax and tag. For details, call 856-641-1111 or MyRKKia.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-498-6548. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-498-6548. That's 800-498-6548. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Town Square Media has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible offers from some fantastic local businesses. Get this great deal right now. Get a $50 gift card for just $25 from Mamma Mia's Ristorante, serving authentic Italian dishes made from scratch for over 40 years. With locations in Marmora and Egg Harbor Township, where every meal feels like home. That's a $50 Mamma Mia's gift card for just $25. Get this great deal right now at seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
Selling your car? Get to Automotive Avenues, a trusted name at the Jersey Shore. Selling is fast, simple, and worry-free. Just tell them about your car online. Share your VIN and get a guaranteed offer in minutes. A quick call confirms your vehicle's condition with zero pressure and no upfront costs. You get paid fast with pickup scheduled in just a few days. At Automotive Avenues, you're working with a team that genuinely cares. Visit AutoAppNJ.com or stop by 5011 Route 33 in Wall and 573 Delsey Drive in Sewell.
The wait is officially over. The NFL is back on Sports USA. Every hit matters, and every play sets the tone.
He's going to throw. He's got a man all alone at the 20. Caught. 10, 5. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton.
It's where the rookies fight for their spot and the veterans stake their claim. It's the Denver Broncos at the Atlanta Falcons on your home for the NFL, Sports USA.
It's the NFL tonight on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 8 p.m.
Live from the beach in Avalon for the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, live on 97.3 ESPN. And Erich Wolf, man, it's been a crazy race. It's been close. One of the closer races, but we've got some news. Did you want to? We don't know yet. It's unofficial.
We do have some news. I'm being told from race official that there is a disqualification in the singles race. That is what I'm being told right now. We'll see how it shakes out, but I am being told that there is a disqualification that will affect the final team results.
All right, we'll find out about that. But right now, we're talking to the doubles crew for Atlantic City, Nick Gradera. Did I say that right, Nick?
Yep.
And you guys had a heck of a race. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was it like? What was the most important part for you in this race? Was it the start, at the flag, or coming in?
I mean, I'd say all of it.
All of it?
There was really no part of that race where we could kind of take it easy. All the way from the start, all the way since that flag went down, it was just go all the way through. I mean, the course was a little tricky today, the angle of the course on the beach and the current with no wind.
I was going to say, there's not that much wind, there's not that much current, and of course, Vince Grenice is up here. You guys been rowing together for a few years now.
Yeah.
And I know that probably the more you row together, the better timing you get.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it on the way down here. I think we're somewhere between 3 to 4 years rowing together. So, I mean, the more time we spend on the boat together, the better you get, the faster you get. It's all about just throwing the strokes.
Nick, this is your first South Jersey championship. Okay, now the guy you're rowing with is a grizzled veteran who has won 2 South Jerseys before tonight.
Yes.
And then he adds on his 3rd one, and we'll see about the singles. But how's it feel to be a South Jersey champion?
It's a great feeling, man. I mean, I was talking to someone earlier after we got out, and it's nice seeing all the time we spend every day. It just pay off. I mean, it seems like, you go out every day, you row for an hour, hour and a half, whatever. Feels like you're not doing much, but seeing all that time, all those strokes add up, and you get the result we got tonight, it's a great feeling.
Nick, that race was a total grind, flat ocean, long row in. Tell us about what was going through your mind. What was the stroke count like? Where were you in position coming in from the singles flags in the last 2 to 3 minutes of the race?
So, I mean, I'd say probably from the start to even the singles flag, probably the turn, we did everything kind of standard. It was just, stay in our own heads, do what we know what to do. And then we turned those flags, and we just both kind of agreed we're not losing this thing. We're going to win. Turn the flag in first, and then it was just a battle with Upper Township coming all the way in. And probably right around the singles flags we took first, Upper Township made a little mistake, taking a wave in, trying to take a wave in, fell off the back, and then we kind of pushed all the way through.
If we can, Nick, if you could share the headset with your partner, Vince Grenice, because like Eric said, he is a grizzled veteran, and I'm sure rowing with him has made your job a little easier. But Vince, he made a good point, Nick, that Upper Township had this race won, and Manning gets out of the bow or out of the stern, goes to the stern sheet, pulls himself out of the race. Did you know that was happening while you were rowing?
No, I could see out of like the corner of my eye that they were on something, and I knew that if I was looking at them and not paying attention to what we're doing, then that's how you lose. That's how you definitely lose. So you just keep your head in the boat and you keep rowing. But I told him today, I said, no matter what happens today,
just keep rowing.
We're not dropping back. Nobody is leaving the seat. Nobody is stopped. We're rowing. We're going to row until these oars hit the sand, because it's just not there. There's not like you can keep the boat straight with your oars today.
Right.
That's
experience, Art.
Billy, you're exactly right. And what Vince is referring to is he had a game plan coming in. They weren't in first. They were in second. There's no way to sugarcoat this. There's no way to say this diplomatically. Upper Township made a bad mistake. But I'm very impressed at how Vince and Nick capitalized on that mistake. And the key thing is you did not give up. You kept your stroke rate high, and you're able to capitalize right there at the very end to win the South Jersey.
Yeah.
And Vince, we actually talked about this before the race and then during the race about how important it was to stay in the seat and not get out and to row through the finish. And we talked about that, and we said, someone could make a mistake, and it happened, and it surely happened.
Yeah.
And, unofficially, we think you might be the South Jersey champions, the Atlantic City Beach Patrol. We don't have the official result yet, but it looks like we're going to be going to Atlantic City next year.
Yeah.
So
it would be great. But you know what? It's like everybody's talking about points. You won it many times, Chief, in Longport. I don't feel anything right now. I'm in a state of limbo right now. I don't know whether to be happy, but I don't have any emotion right now until the names start getting called. I don't feel anything right now.
I got to tell you, we talk about it. We talk about it all the time. Your team did what they needed to do to win the title, and that is you need to score in all 3 events. And you guys did an outstanding job tonight with the Atlantic City Beach Patrol in doing that. You guys started off the night with a win. Charlie Schreiner came in 3rd in the swim, and it looks like unofficially, it looks like you got 2nd place in the singles. So you scored in all 3 events. The only way we talked about that you could win this race, overall title, is you had to get 2 firsts and maybe a first and a second. You might have a shot at winning, but it always seems to never fail that the team that scores in all 3 events is the team that wins the title.
Yeah. Yep. We knew we had to perform tonight. We had to score in every race. We knew that was the goal, and that we did. Don't mind. This ocean tonight, though, I wanted to say this. I said it to him, like, I wasn't nervous. I mean, I've been doing this for a few years, but I told him, he's been doing it for 3-4 years now, but there's nothing to be nervous tonight. You either have it or you don't tonight.
Right.
There is no, I worked my ass off all off season, and I'm going to lose on some bomb out the back.
It's not going to happen.
There's nothing to be upset about if you lose, because guess what? It was an erg piece. It was you either have it or you don't.
Vince, tell us, you've been doubling up now. You've been rowing the doubles and the singles for a number of years. What is the training like? How do you divide your time between rowing with your partner Nick and also concentrating and focusing on being a high level singles rower as well?
in the beginning, it's hard because it takes a lot of time because you got to get the strokes in doing both. As I've been doing it for a few years, I've dedicated more time into the doubles than the singles because it's just like anything else. Once you get the knack at something and you've been doing it for years, as long as it takes for you to learn something, and in a sense, it takes a little more time to lose it too. So, if you're new to something and you hit it one time, well, can you hit it 10 times? Can you hit it 20 times? Can you hit it 50 times? Once you can hit it 50 times, then it's like you may go down to 40 times and then you get it back to 50. You're not going back down to 1 again. You know what I mean? So,
well, Vince, we want to congratulate you guys, Nick. Congratulations. And like I said, like Dr. Erich Wolf just said,
thanks, Chief.
You guys might have won the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, and we'll figure that out in a few moments.
Thank you.
But thanks a lot for coming up and spending some time with us.
Thank you for everything you guys do.
Man,
I appreciate it.
All right, there he is. Vince
Congrats,
and
guys.
Nick Adair. They won the doubles. South Jersey, this is 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live from the beach in Avalon, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. And by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle, with knowledge, experience, integrity, dedication since 1939 for sales and rental investment opportunities. Call 609-263-7422. And by Manco and Manco Pizza, the first and last name in pizza since 1956, with 3 locations in Ocean City, Summers Point, and Citizens Bank Park. Go to mancospizza.com. That's Manco and Manco Pizza. And by famous Dino Subs and Pizza Margate, located at 8016 Ventnor Avenue in the heart of the Margate Business District since 1964. Dine-in or takeout. Call 609-822-6602. When we return, we'll have the conclusion of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Birds are back. Catch Philadelphia Eagles preseason football as the Eagles get ready for the 2026 season. Traveling to Baltimore to take on the Ravens tomorrow night. Pre-game coverage starts at 6 with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 7.
The catch is made by Henry, and he is just bounced down by Cooper DeJean.
What a great tackle by Cooper DeJean.
This is South Jersey's radio home of the Philadelphia Eagles. 97.3 ESPN.
Something good to know from First Bank of Sea Isle City. We have all of today's innovative banking products just like the big banks, but we offer something they can't. A personal community focus. Let's get you started with Bill Pay. You save time when you pay your bills online. It's fast, easy, and convenient. First Bank of Sea Isle City. A community bank that delivers more for you every day. Personal service, today's technology, from the people who truly care. Learn more at firstbankseaisle.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, this is Josh Hennig. Join me this Saturday, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN, where we will preview the Eagles' first preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens, plus review the highly anticipated Sixers schedule for the upcoming season. Hanging with Hennig on 97.3 ESPN is sponsored by Boulevard Super Liquors, the best selection of beer and spirits at the Jersey Shore, located minutes off Garden State Parkway, exit 25, at the foot of the Ocean City 34th Street Bridge. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy Centers, with over 18 locations around South Jersey, offering best-in-class outpatient physical therapy. Stone Harbor Bar and Grill, with 36 brand new 4K TVs, so you can watch your favorite team play every game. Caesar Sportsbook, where you earn perks on every wager on every sport. Zia Nicola Pizza, the best pizza in Sea Isle City, located between the 42nd and 43rd Streets on the Promenade. That's Hanging with Hennig, Saturdays, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Mike Gill for Clark's Moving and Storage down in Rio Grande. Let me tell you, we did a huge move not too long ago, and honestly, Clark's did a fantastic job. I mean, really fantastic. They moved all my stuff from my Ventnor place on the shore out to the mainland in EHT. Clark's Moving and Storage, they took care of it all from start to finish. Trust their moving company with the finest in storage and moving services. They're one of the largest companies in the area, and you can trust them. Believe me, they got it all done, moved everything, not a scratch, not a dent, not anything. On time, professional. They really did it all. I felt very comfortable and very confident in their team at Clark's Moving and Storage every step of the way. So do what I did and use Clark's Moving for your big move. Call them today, 609-889-0780, or visit them at clarksmoving.net. Clark's Moving is an authorized agent for Wheaton Worldwide Moving, so they can move you across the country or even around the world.
Saturday morning in the locker room with Billy Schweim, it's producer Nick Earnshaw's last show. Former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick and Aaron Ewing join me in the studio. The Kilowatt coffee truck will be at the station to get us caffeinated and activated. Hour 1, we will debut the new song Philly Eagles Fans Anthem. Award-winning producer and composer Charles Wallert will tell us how the song came about. Hour 2, it's the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors and the OCBP Lifeguard Alumni Association. We will have interviews from the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim, Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN. ESPN's live coverage of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Race is the 107th edition, and boy, oh boy, Dan Adams, was it a good race tonight.
Wow, Billy, this is one of the most exciting finishes we've seen in a long time. There was 6-7 boats in the final going for the singles finish.
Got some controversy.
We got some controversy, and we may have a new South Jersey champion.
And we talked about videography.
How about that, Chad?
I have a feeling that there's going to be a video issue. It's
like
good video.
You know, it's like Eric and Dan. It's like the ABS in baseball, right? They put the balls and strikes. Now we have video.
Challenges.
Accuracy of the video, challenges of the video, and a good tool.
Absolutely. And certainly, out there, the drone coverage and the video coverage of these races now is absolutely incredible. So we had a lot of close finishes, both in the doubles and the singles, and also out there at the flags. I'm sure the drones got some video of that as well. So the officials are looking at that as we speak.
And I would say top to bottom tonight was closest racing that I've seen in years. I mean, a number of years.
Yeah.
There was no easy, this is the top 2, top 3. They're battling it out. This was anybody's race from the beginning, from doubles through the swim, all the way to the singles in the last of the events. It's really been that close a night. We said it about how flat the ocean was. It wasn't going to be a wave god that was going to change something, and it was very, very different.
So I got to say, so I'm looking at the history of the South Jerseys. The last time Atlantic City won the South Jersey title was a tie with Margate. Margate ended up hosting because Margate won the doubles. Greg Smallwood, Ryan Pizzagno.
What year was that?
2000.
2000 since
And
Atlantic
then
City last won.
the last time that they hosted the South Jerseys was 1998.
See,
So-
and once again, let's get back to Upper Township, Jack. The doubles crew pulls himself. Ryan Manning made a critical mistake, and I know he feels bad about it, but there's an up-and-coming boat.
It's one moment that immediately changes the trajectory of your career. And we talked about it in 3 different races last week, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, and tonight. I'm not a pro at getting out of the seat. I'd never get out of the seat. You never know how the waves are going to do it. And on a flat night, that was it.
That's what
Upper,
Vince Grenier said. He said he told him, he said to Nick, just don't get out of the seat.
And I don't mean to pile on, but that's exactly where the seasoned crew knew not to do that tonight. In Upper Township, they rode a great race. They deserved to win. They made one critical mistake, and you have to have a start, you have to have a good turn, and you have to have a finish. And we're going to talk about turn, and we're going to talk about a good finish right there.
Hey, and I got to interject because maybe if someone was listening to our broadcast early on, they would have heard us talking about staying in the seat.
Yeah.
And maybe they wouldn't have made a mistake. I'm just saying, we talked about that. We talked about it at length, and we talked about how important it was. And I got to tell you, listening to Vince Grenier talk about that, he was spot on.
Yeah.
And he said this
great.
wasn't going to be a night that a race was going to be won by a huge wave at the flag, and they were going to row right past you with no conditioning or anything.
Dan, you're absolutely right. And I know I got age over beauty here for all the other guys, but I have never seen it where it's really paid off. It looks great in the photos. Yeah. You're standing on the stern. You're steering the boat in. If you are 8 boat lengths ahead, I'd say great. But you never know with these boats. They're very squirrely. They can do it, and you can lose it on a wave. And that, in this case, I believe the light boat, a newer boat, and that momentum got shifted just with somebody's body weight going to the stern.
So it's funny, but around 2014 and then again in 2015, Longport hosted a Shooting Seas Classic, and both events had some of the greatest waves. And it was a chance for these people to show their showcase and hot dog and show their talents. And believe me, there are a lot of talented lifeguards.
I think we've got some late breaking
wave riding.
We got some late breaking news from Dr. Wolf here.
Well, we're going to get there in a couple minutes. Believe it or not, they're still looking at the videos.
So what's the controversy once again?
Well, there's two. They need to determine who the 4th and 5th place finishers were in the doubles row for those points. And also the race officials are looking very closely at the turn of the singles flag. So there is a possibility that we have a disqualification in the singles.
Wow, we had Joe Savell up in the booth here, and we were under the impression at the time that he was the winner of the race, and they carried him off in the boat, and they went all through that euphoric.
Until this is decided, but I can tell you it's heartbreaking. And as soon as that word travels up and down the beach among this big crowd, you hate to see on a beautiful night a great race. Well run by Avalon and everybody else, but you hate to see it come down to a technicality.
Exactly, Jack. You're 100% correct. And in an ocean like this, where you know the race is going to be so close, you're going to go ahead and you're going to look for any edge that you can possibly get out there, which includes the turn is so critical. And I know all the rowers want to cut that turn as close as they can and still cross the flag. And we may have a surprise disqualification.
Well, as we look to the north, they got the booth set up there where they're going to announce the winners. They are playing the national anthem, and it's far away in the background, and we'll continue to monitor the situation. I don't know if they're going to come to a conclusion by the time this program ends.
Well, then people are going to have to tune in tomorrow for
segue,
the Beach
Jack.
Patrol report. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm here.
And by the way, we had Vince Foch getting some interviews down on the beach with Paul Longholm, getting some of the racers up here. But if we do go off the air, we will have the results and interviews tomorrow.
Absolutely, Billy. And I think that we can certainly say with some degree of confidence at this point that Atlantic City did win the team championship. I do believe that we can say that with some degree of confidence. It will become official here within 5 minutes, but we can say that. But I do want to add the Upper Township boat, the doubles boat, Chase Brown and Ryan Manning. I want to congratulate them on a great race and a great summer. They will. I know them. They're tough kids. They work very hard. They will learn from that mistake out there.
Yeah.
There's no way to say it diplomatically. There's no way to sugarcoat it. They made a bad mistake, but it happens out there. I do believe they're going to come back stronger from this.
You know what, Jack? Because they're so young, they might not realize the magnitude of what they did.
Well, again,
you know what I mean?
I'm going to be the great Brooksini and the wise old sage here and make a prediction. I've learned far more from my mistakes than my successes.
Right, absolutely.
I know how to build success.
That's why you're in the locker room with Billy Schweim.
A
lot of failures.
Trying to turn it around. Yeah. But anyway, try not to mess up your turn, because what I really do appreciate, and this is our last race, goes without saying, Billy, you have brought a lot of success to this South Jersey racing, putting it on the air. It's got streaming folks all over. You've built the audience. Your weekly Beach Patrol report goes over, and from the beginning of the season to the end, the duty, the honor, the respect that all these beach patrols earn from doing it every day, keeping the bathers safe, swim in front of a lifeguard, it pays off, and everybody goes home.
Hey, we talk about that, Jack, and that's one of the most important things. It's all about everybody going home at the end of the day and the beaches being safe. This is a great thing, and it's a great event. It's great for everybody to participate and be involved in it. But as a former chief and as a lifeguard for 32 years, my biggest, accomplishment in my career was knowing that everybody went home safe under my watch.
And everybody has served, and that's why we say lifeguards for life. It is a double entendre. The people that I've met and I've been friends with for my life, this crew builds because we've guarded at different beaches, but we've all loved the beach patrols. And also the success that you have is not measured by the winning of the races. It's by how safe you keep the bathers and no deaths by drowning.
And Eric, the sun has set. It's almost dark here. And that's another thing. Next week, you guys, we have the Goudies, which is the a final official race of the 2026 summer. And once we get to these jerseys, you guys, it's I hate to say it, Eric, but the summer's almost gone. It's waning. It's the waning moments of summer.
It is, but certainly Labor Day is late this year,
Yeah.
so we do have another solid couple weeks. And this is the time of the year, Billy, where, and Dan certainly knows this, and Jack knows this, beach patrols start to lose personnel back to colleges, back to their sports team.
Yeah.
So you have the lifeguards down there on the beach that are doing the work of 2, 3, and 4 people by themselves. It gets very difficult this time of the year.
And the conditions
Get
tend to
rougher.
always be worse and rougher.
I don't think we're going to have enough time to get the results. We're probably going to be off the air.
But let's see something for the following Saturday, because we've got a new young author. He's actually an older author. 1978, him and his partner rowed a boat from Longport, New Jersey to Florida in one of these 17-foot boats. And so we have that coming up, not this Saturday, it's the following Saturday.
And that'll be the last Beach Patrol report of the season. And Dan, I want to thank you so much. I mean, you and I have been together doing this since 2017, really.
That's correct.
And when Jimmy Lee set up the scaffolding on the beach in Longport, one of our first races, and we were in the embryonic stages. But the doubles row is being announced right now, and I know that we have to finish up here. Hopefully we'll have a result for you by the end of the show. But this has been one of the better races that I can remember.
It was phenomenally close. There were so many witnesses. I'm going to talk about the body count.
Right, Dr. Erich Wolf?
I don't even know how you measure it, but there was so many people.
I think it was one of the bigger races I've seen. And by the way, Eric, we are right up. You can hear
we had a little
waves crashing. We are right up.
We had a little broadcaster advantage in this, for sure. That was.
Jack, I also want to thank you so much for facilitating help with the Beach Patrol report. And it's an important part of what we do during the weekends. And Dr. Erich Wolf, you've been a great addition to the show this year, and we really appreciate you covering the Southern events in the beginning of the season. And I've been covering the Atlantic County while you've been covering the Cape May counties. But you really hooked us up today with the location that we're in tonight.
Billy, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Billy, Dan, Jack, it's been a pleasure all summer.
A lot of fun.
Let's do it again next summer.
Hopefully we'll have the same accommodations at the other cities that we go into, the towns. But Jack, we want to thank Chief Stocks from Wildwood and Ed Snyder. They rolled out the red carpet for us. They did a great job. Chris Graves and Chuck Gowdy in Margate. We were there for that race.
Not only that, they give us access at the beginning of the season to talk about their patrols, their tryouts. And if anybody's listening, I can tell you one thing that I know for sure. You try out for the Beach Patrol and you make a Beach Patrol, you're going to have the time of your life and the greatest job. I've had a lot of careers, but I'm going to just say, as the wide old sage again, you'll never have another job like working as a lifeguard.
Beats working for a living, right?
It sure does. All right, Dan, what do you got?
All right. Hey, you know what? Great season of racing. It'll cap off next week with the Gowdy Rescue Races, which gives the different beach patrols a chance to showcase their rescue talents. But great season, Billy. Great. I was glad to be a part of this. I'm happy to be a part of this each and every year. And hats off to you for bringing this to South Jersey.
Thank you. And you know what? Let's thank the Wolves, Matt and Eric. Matt is taking over for your father. He's done a heck of a job with this race, and it was fun. I mean, you saw the crowd here, and everything went off without any problems.
Beautiful night, thousands of people here, and it was a great race. Very exciting.
You know, it's good for the community too when people come into Avalon or Margate, Atlantic City for the AC Classic, Wildwood. You're bringing a crowd with you, and once again, here we go. We're listening to the results in the background. But it's great for the economy.
It certainly is. And a lot of people come to town, and I'm sure that they go out and enjoy our restaurants and establishments after the race. They have just announced Tim Hanaway as the 2026 South Jersey swimming champion. So we, in a couple of seconds here, are going to get the results of that singles race.
The race itself was one of the most interesting races that I've seen in the time that we've been doing this race, and it bodes well for races to come because people see how exciting it is and how many people, like little kids, are on this beach, Jack, with your coloring book.
Yes, they
and
are.
They're seeing the crowds, and they say, you know what, I want to do this when I get older.
Well, I think that's exactly it. You plant the seed early. You have a lot of the beach patrols run a camp for young people. Young people become lifeguards and try out, and then
that guy
they
was
become,
your mascot.
That's right, and then they become old guards.
Eric, you at Avalon here, do you have those programs for the younger kids, mascots and everything like that?
We do. Lieutenant Danielle Smith runs a camp for the kids all summer, and that's so critically important because that's one of the things that Jack is doing with the coloring book and raising awareness about how critically important it is to enjoy the beach safely, swim directly in front of a lifeguard. The ocean's a beautiful thing. We want everyone to enjoy it, but we want them to enjoy it safely.
It's respect. And as a collegiate swimmer, as a competitive swimmer, as a champion, the ocean would humble me either in a boat or in the water as a swimmer. We're getting the final results here, so our ears are perked up because we really don't know who's the final or the final's going to be.
Avalon has been called second in the singles row.
So that means Vince Grenice?
Which I believe means Vince Grenice won. We're about to find out. They're announcing it right now. Vince Grenice is the singles champion.
Vince Grenice.
Vince
rode a great race.
Vince joins a very exclusive club tonight. He is the doubles champion and the singles champion
in the same evening.
In the same night. There aren't too many guys
that is HOF, is Hall of Fame future.
Here we go for the team scores. We're going to get the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Longport and Sea Isle tied for 5th. Cape May in 4th. Good pull for them.
With 8 points,
Upper Township 3rd.
Good night for them.
Avalon in 2nd.
We're going to Atlantic City next year, guys.
This year's the 2026 South Jersey Team Champions with 13 points, the Atlantic City Beach Patrol.
And you can hear the crowd in the background.
Bring a little extra money for next year.
We're gonna go
that's a
gambling
city
next year.
that does not sleep.
Billy, you score 13 points in the South Jersey, a 1st in the doubles, 1st in the singles, 3rd in the swim. You're very difficult to beat. And congratulations, Chief Steve Downey, Vince Grenice, Nick Gadira, and the Atlantic City Beach Patrol. They are the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Champions.
Well, we certainly are wrapping it up. Thanks for spending a little extra time with us here on the Locker Rooms live broadcast. Billy, tell us what you got. You got 30 seconds here.
I'm gonna say goodnight. You've been listening to 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2026 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. I'll see you tomorrow in the locker room with Billy Schweim. Tomorrow we have the Kilowatt coffee truck's going to be in our parking lot. We're going to be talking with Charles Wallard, who wrote the song Philly Fans Anthem, and the Beach Patrol report with Jack Brooks. Everybody have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning in the locker room on 97.3 ESPN.
Nothing could be finer than
Morning in the locker room with Billy Schweim. It's producer Nick Earnshaw's last show. Former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick and Aaron Ewing join me in the studio. The Kilowatt coffee truck will be at the station to get us caffeinated and activated. Hour 1, we will debut the new song Philly Eagles Fans Anthem. Award-winning producer and composer Charles Wallard will tell us how the song came about. Hour 2, it's the Beach Patrol report brought to you by McCann Realtors and the OCPP Lifeguard Alumni Association. We will have interviews from the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN.